Guys, what's going on? What's going on? Had to start a little late today. A little late, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Boy, do we have a topic for today. I promise you guys we cover this, And guys, this is all over the news. And it's so funny how the mainstream media is trying to spin this to act like none of this is true. Everyone's crazy, blah blah blah. But guys, we all know that this Minnesota daycare center fraud is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Guys, I did drop the link in the Discord first. So anyone who wants to come on up, guys, do that. Keyshawn, what's up, dude? So he said, TC Orangeman got Maduro. Yeah, got people in Venezuela, they're celebrating. But all the woke white liberal chicks are all, oh my God, we have to support the Venezuelan dictator. It's like, even if Orangeman is going into Venezuela for oil, that you can't argue that getting that knuckleheaded dude out of there was not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Yorgi, what's up, dude? It's good to see you. Respawn, what's up, dude? Captain Palsy, Steve is here. Lenny's here. Brent's here. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Guys, let's cover some news stories first, right? Let's do this. Let's break some news. Guys, check this out, right? There's a lot of these chicks don't think that they need men, right? They think men are optional. They don't think men are good for anything. Oh, yeah, God of the Sea said they are paid protesters. Facts, yep. They are, yep. So here you go. Watch it. Now, guys, men are not optional. And women need to learn this. And some women learn the hard way, right? Guys, check this out.
Police have arrested a man accused of breaking into a local woman's home and killing her this morning. We confirmed just within the last few minutes that she was a teacher at Ravenscroft School. Ryan Camacho is now in custody. WR's Kirsten Clark is live in the neighborhood where all of this happened. Kirsten, some really chilling details about this case coming out.
Eric, this is a very sad case. You mentioned there Ravenscroft School confirming that the victim, her name is Zoe Welsh, was a teacher actually in the upper school, science teacher there at Ravenscroft School, them saying that this is just a devastating loss for their community. Now, we're here near Clay Street. This is where Raleigh police tell us that Welsh lived. I'm going to step out of the way. This is not far from Broughton High School, this area, but this home here that is fenced in, you can see there's yellow tape blocking off the area. Raleigh police officers are still here, as well as the Wake County Bureau of Forensic Services still here investigating. The police department says that Welsh called 911 around 6:30 this morning to report that a man was in her home on Clay Street. While still on the phone, that man, that's Ryan Camacho, is accused of attacking her. Welsh died at the hospital. Now, Raleigh Police Chief Rico Boyce released a statement about the killing, saying, "I am deeply heartbroken for this mother, friend, and mentor to many in our community, and for the unimaginable trauma her family must endure. Whenever there is a loss of life in our community, it affects us all. As a department, we share in the sadness of this loss." Now, we spoke with a neighbor who lives in this apartment building here right next door to where Welsh lives. We talked to him about what he heard from police and how he's feeling about what happened.
So when they couldn't gain access to our apartment building, apparently went to the house next to us, broke in and assaulted someone. Sightlines here, aren't terribly clear. There's places that folks could hide, so definitely will be more cautious, coming outside after dark or early in the mornings.
Look, guys, here, check this out.
People living in one Raleigh neighborhood are stunned to learn one of their neighbors died in a horrific attack this weekend. As CBS 17's Haley Kennedy reports, police have arrested and charged a man who's accused of breaking into a home and killing a school teacher.
So this is a follow-up, guys, but there's some people who are going to say in the comments what we say all the time. Watch.
Well, this yellow crime tape is blocking off this home on Clay Street, where Raleigh police say a terrifying phone call for help turned deadly.
It's senseless, and I've cried a lot harder than I am right now.
Raleigh police say a man broke into this home around 6:30 Saturday morning. Inside was 57-year-old Zoe Welsh. Police say she was on the phone with 911 when the man began to assault her, and she later died at the hospital.
It's very, very sad to know she's not here anymore.
Police have arrested 36-year-old Ryan Camacho. He is accused of breaking into the home and murdering Welsh. Police Chief Rico Boy said in a statement, "I am deeply heartbroken."
Now, guys, look at this, right? Look at this. Someone said, just another case where the victim reached for her phone instead of a .357 Magnum. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. Just another case when seconds count that the police are more than just minutes away. Someone says, I guess that she didn't believe in guns. Guys, she should have had a man in the house. Guys, put a 1 if you agree that if she would have had a husband in the house, this wouldn't have happened. Even some 5'5" simp beta male could have at least fought the guy for long enough for the cops to come. And if she was
get away.
Hold on. And if she was by herself, she should have the Glock and shot the guy. Because this is what happens when women basically live this carefree, a pro woman, we can be out here by ourselves lifestyle. Guys, this is what happens. This guy, okay, how much you want to bet? This knucklehead here was like looking in all the apartments and saying, gee, there's a man in there, there's a man not over here. And he chose her because she lived by herself. Guys, this is what happens. Someone says, you are responsible for your own safety. When seconds count, so police are minutes away. A gun in the hand is better than police on a phone. Facts. Secret, you were saying?
I like that one.
Yeah. And someone says,
back to your point earlier, a man would have gave her, in worst case scenario, gave her a few seconds to get away and get help.
Yeah. Guys, apparently Raleigh's woke AF because everyone's saying that they'll probably just let this guy out on bond or whatever, right? But guys, this is absolutely insane. This is everything that we talk about. This is everything. Yeah. Yes, Nancy said she got what she voted for. Yes. And there's still going to be people who hear this and be like, I still don't believe in guns. I don't think guns are necessary. Please, guys, here's a couple more stories. And then, guys, we will get into the topic here. Guys, look. Hey, Secret, check this out.
Alert tonight, a DeSoto County woman is accused of defrauding the state of Mississippi out of thousands in food assistance benefits. Mississippi DA.
Well.
And that is a bad lace front.
HS says Jasmine Lampkin was arrested December 15th after an investigation found she received more than $25,000 in SNAP benefits by not accurately reporting household income.
Look at that.
She's charged with fraud in connection with a state or federal program. Records show she bonded out of jail December 19th.
Look at that, guys. All right, here's another one.
News 4 investigates. Tonight at 6, WIFF News 4 Investigates is looking into issues around Thomas and Turner Boutique in Belton. The store owner Pamela Brooks Scrantz is now out of jail on a $1,000 bond.
And the Anderson County Sheriff's Office originally arrested Schrantz on behalf of Fairfield County, which had an arrest warrant issued after a person there reported they believed they were a victim of a scam. Our Maya Payton shares more insight on what's happening. Maya?
You guys, more trouble could.
Okay, how you doing?
Yeah. Who? What are they? What are this
That was a
put on
bad
her
freeze
face?
frame.
Why is she so shiny?
Be brewing. Right now, 9 reports have been filed about Brooks Scrantz. Now, that comes directly from the Anderson County Sheriff's Office. Tonight, we're looking at her response to one upstate customer, as well as the store's rating with the Better Business Bureau.
Communication was very sparse.
We told you about Hannah Mason, who lives in Anderson County and created the Thomas and Turner Boutique Support Group on Facebook. She is one of many who say they never received their orders. Since Scrantz is out on bond, I tried again to reach her in person to ask about the order issues.
It's Maya Payton with WYFF4.
No luck.
I feel like those of us who have been wrongly taken advantage of are finally seeing some sort of justice.
A woman scamming another woman? Yeah, you don't say.
Mason has heard from her. She shared messages and emails she sent to Scrantz in an attempt to get her money back. She shares this response from Schrantz's email that highlights vendor issues and delays with the store's overseas manufacturer. She was told, quote, "Unfortunately, this vendor accepted payment for product and then completely stopped responding to Brooke
No,
for
she was
failure to
stealing
respond
people's
to
money.
the 9 reports about Scrantz. There were about 35 people on Facebook that claimed to be victims, but some don't live in Anderson County. Recently,
Look at that, guys. These chicks always, it's a woman-owned business. It's a woman-owned business. It's gonna be so awesome. Please, guys, here, last thing here, watch.
On December 12th, Husby's food and spirits employee, Robert Meredith, says he left his Charlie Kirk sweatshirt on a hook at work.
I honestly, I forgot about it. And then somebody had told me, like, hey, where's your hoodie at? And I was like, I don't know, probably at my house. Like, he said, no, it's probably not.
Meredith says he wasn't provided many details, but was told Husby's co-owner, Chad Kadenko, burned his Kirk sweatshirt.
Look at that, guys. The owner of this restaurant burned this guy's Charlie Kirk sweater. Can you imagine? Look at that, guys.
Was talking politics in a bar, and it led to that, which is never good.
So, guys, this guy is not an employee. He's a customer. He's a customer, and he just left his sweater there on accident. And this dunderhead, this moron, this idiot, this dolt, this beta burned his sweater. He burned it. Guys, rate that owner on the simp-o-meter.
It's over 9,000.
Come on. Guys, make sure to hit the like button on the way in, please.
This says politics isn't a normal topic at Husby's, but according to Paul Kwiatkowski, word of the incident spread quickly in Door County.
I mean, we're talking about a guy that was assassinated 16 weeks ago, and his shirt with, that is symbolic of him being burned. Not to mention, it also had an American flag on it. That's going to touch a lot of nerves, I think, in any community.
Kwiatkowski wrote a letter to the Sister Bay Village Board, making sure it was aware of what happened, as Kadenko was a trustee. On Monday, the village announced Kadenko had resigned. Over the weekend, Kadenko apologized on Husby's Facebook page for what he called inappropriate behavior and all the damage it has caused employees, the community, Husby's patrons, and his business partners.
Now, guys, think of this, guys. Guys, the restaurant business is one of the most difficult businesses to actually be in, right? To actually have a successful bar restaurant, that's a lot of work. And this guy pissed it away all because he couldn't control himself, all because he saw a Charlie Kirk sweater and just had to, express his idiocy and burn it. It was not even his property. And it's got the flag on it. Dante says he must be one of those straight men for Kamala shirts.
partners. Kudenko said due to threats of violence towards employees and himself, he would be stepping away from the business. Kudenko is part of a group that owns Husby's. We wanted to interview one of the other owners, but we were told no one was available.
Yeah.
We were also told the ownership group was meeting on Monday, and they put out a public statement. Part of that statement says the other owner's priority is to make sure Husby's remains a welcoming place. They say Kudenko will be bought out of the ownership group. Meetings were held with the affected employee and the rest of the staff, and training will be held to prevent a situation like this from happening again.
The only people that suffer in boycotts are the frontline employees. If you like the drinks, you like the food, go. Life is too short to keep lists.
Definitely don't stop going there because they are great. And at the end of the day, they've never treated me bad. It was the action of one person.
Meredith says he plans to keep working at Husby's, and he's confident.
I guess he was an employee. Sorry, guys.
Everything will be fine moving forward. In Sister Bay, Ben Krumholz, Fox 11 News.
Guys, are you surprised? I'm not surprised. You know? What an absolute joke, guys. How stupid can you be? Your whole future just blowing up your whole spot all because some emotional dude decided that he was going to burn an employee's sweater. Here's one more story, guys, and then we're going to get into the stories with that are related to the topic first.
To a woman accused in a fraudulent real estate.
Look at the size of this broad right here, guys. Look at that.
Theft scheme was caught on camera being turned away from filing another deed after being sued by Harris County. That woman and her husband are accused of filing dozens of fraudulent deed documents and falsely claiming ownership of nearly 40 properties that they then sold without real owners ever even knowing.
They have been ordered to stop, but our Bryce Newberry found her in the clerk's office today trying to file more documents, and Bryce joins us now.
Yeah, Keith, Daniela, this is one of those properties that woman and her husband are accused of transferring to themselves and then selling. And one of the first ways that the real owners of this place found out is because they say this new fence started going up. The new owner started installing it before they ever even realized the place had sold. Alba Martinez and her husband Harin are accused of filing at least 79 fraudulent documents with Harris.
79 fraudulent documents. Look at that.
Connected to at least 37 properties, all of that in just the last 2 years. Some documents have been notarized by people out of state or notaries who don't even exist in Texas, according to the county attorney's office.
Damn.
The Martinezes allegedly target buyers who will pay them in cash and oftentimes don't speak English. In many cases, investigators say they also sought properties of dead people. They'd transfer them to themselves and then sell them, including this one here on Irby Street for $53,000. Jamie Hartley inherited the home where she grew up after her dad and uncle died, and now she's fighting her own legal battle to try to get it back in her own name.
It's been completely frustrating. As stated, this was something that we did not have planned when me and my brother came just to check the mail. Like, just to check the mail, we saw that there is a fence, and we see workers working on the house, pulling stuff out. So we were like, what's going on? We haven't hired you. Who are you? How did you get on the property?
Some of their family heirlooms taken, they say, when those workers were here at the house. But after the county sued the Martinezes connected to all of the stolen properties last week, a judge issued a temporary restraining order basically blocking any fraudulent filings. But today, we found Alba Martinez at the clerk's office. We understand she was trying to transfer a deed to someone that had been transferred to her 10 years ago. Staff told her, though, there at the counter that they couldn't accept it because of that judge's order.
¿Cuál es su respuesta a la demanda?
Mi abogado está poniendo en orden esto.
Can we have a translation, AJ?
I can do it again.
Yeah, thank you. That clears it up. Thanks.
If you didn't speak English,
right.
You're conversing with the clerk's office staff in English, asking her response to the lawsuit. And in summary, she said that her lawyer is working on getting everything in order.
What a joke! Now, guys, let's talk about the topic here, okay? You guys, anyone who wants to join, guys, go to the Discord first. I'll drop the link here in about 10-15 minutes for everyone. But guys, this scam here that's going on in Minnesota, this is not the biggest scam going on in a blue state. You guys know this, right?
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
the California state homelessness scam is probably the biggest scam going on in America right now. Absolutely insane. Guys, California spent $25 billion on the homelessness program in like the last, was it 10 years? I think.
Even if it's 5 years, they didn't do anything, so it doesn't matter.
Nobody knows where it went. Nobody knows. Because there's the same, I think it's like 5 or 6 nonprofits that get the funds allocated to them. And of course, all the admins, these nonprofits, they're all driving Bentleys and Lambos and all this other stuff. It's ridiculous.
Even if it's a low-level job where they get $100K, they'll still steal that from the people and act like they're balling and help.
Yeah, it's true.
A federal task force has been formed to investigate possible fraud and corruption involving homelessness funds across Southern California. It's being led by the brand new U.S. Attorney, Bill Asaley. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf spoke to Asaley today. He's live for us in downtown L.A. Matthew.
Well, Alex, a lot of people wonder about all of that money and if it's being spent the way it's supposed to be. Well, we could have some answers here pretty soon.
Look at that, guys. This is California. This is the United States.
Yeah.
This isn't Bangladesh.
India or something.
This isn't India. Yeah, this is in the U.S.
The most visible crisis across California, now the target of a federal investigation.
We will investigate and look at the facts and determine whether any laws were broken.
Newly
Okay,
sworn
this
in
guy
U.S. Attorney
right
Bill
here
Asaley
is lying his tits off, and he should have been doing this like 18 years ago.
But he just
This
got
guy's
elected.
useless.
What was he supposed to do?
Okay. But I'm saying anyone
and
else
he's really young.
installed.
Yeah. And he's really young. He's probably in his late 20s. He's like 30, and he managed to get where he's got. Yeah. So I wouldn't call him the bad guy yet. I know that the one Chad that's responsible for all this, guys. There's one Republican. I think he's a senator or a congressman in California. One, and he was like, "We need to do this audit." And he fought and finally had this audit done. One Republican managed to get this done.
Announcing what he calls a homelessness fraud and corruption task force, looking into billions of dollars of homeless funding spent across Southern California and possible fraud, abuse, and corruption.
Guys, billions.
Wow.
Billions. Free Spirit says for Californication.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah.
And if you want to help clean up drugs, this is a great way to do it from the real bottom up, because you can never eliminate this people are going to do drugs, higher level drugs, but you have to eliminate this underbelly of it where the drugs they just deal drugs right in front of your face.
Brian Donaldson says, why do you think they're still on the street? Guys, the homelessness problem really started in the 80s, and that's because there was one insane asylum that was covered by the news. So there was this panic by the liberals that everyone was getting abused. Yeah, so they made them shut all the sanitariums down, and then all the mentally ill were just flooded onto the streets, and all that funding went away. So you figured now you have more crazies on the street, right? There's no places for crazies to go. A good chunk of the crazies self-medicate and do drugs.
Yeah,
which perpetuates more and more drug use. So
spent and the audits conducted, there's billions of dollars unaccounted for.
Billions.
Local and state officials cannot give us answers.
A recent independent audit found that LA officials could not accurately track down about $2.3 billion in spending for homeless services.
Guys, meaning they couldn't accurately track it out. They have no clue where it went.
Yeah.
Can you
that
imagine?
That means they stole the money.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
That means they steal the money.
Snowboard. Imagine that you bank at a bank, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why they have your business is because you should be able to ask them, hey, look, how much money do I have? Where's it going? And they should be able to accurately do so. Or they lose your business, right? Or if they're not doing their job.
Yeah.
How can the taxpayers in California be giving these idiots billions of dollars? And it's like, I don't know.
Because the American public is medicated sheep.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a lot of it. And it's a lot of these liberal programs and stuff that a lot of women vote for.
Yeah.
Sound good. They're like, we're going to help the people. We're giving it back to the people. It gets stolen. It's a scam. It's stolen. And we see this in like every state we see ever.
And it's just been
California just is the biggest like state with people in it. But this whole problem is a hologram in every other state.
This video here, guys, happened 8 months ago. And guys, I don't know has been the answer for the last 8 months. They just accepted. I don't know. It's like, why? How are you accepting this? Why are there not people getting fired? Why? Because there not people going to jail. Can you imagine, guys?
The only. Can you name any government official who's gone to jail or is close to going to jail? The only one you can name is that gay dude. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Santos.
DeSantos. Yeah,
DeSantos.
and he was like actually an honest dude who shouldn't have gone to jail. What did he do? I don't know. Nothing.
No,
lots of Russiagate guys went.
Yeah. But guys, my point is, you guys, we've all had our dad give us money to like go to the store to buy something when we were young. Hey, son, get on your bike and buy some bread for your mom and bring me back my change. God damn it, right?
Yeah.
All right, Dad. So you jump in the thing or whatever, and your dad's like, "Where's my change?" Imagine if you go, "I don't know," he'd whoop your ass.
Yeah,
he would whoop you.
My dad used to send me out for Marlboros and condoms all the time.
Oh yeah, Bobby Red.
And that's like, where's my mother effing intro?
Yeah. Speaking of that, yeah.
You're building a new nation for black people. It's time for you to start paying some dues, nigga. I ain't giving you shit.
I ain't giving these snores shiznick.
So one more quick question.
Damn, look at this wildebeest up
big
here.
beast.
Oh my God.
As a result, last week, LA County voted to stop funding LAHSA, leading to the resignation of CEO Dr. Valisa Adams.
Look at that.
Well. I guarantee you, she was a teacher at one point too.
You called it. She's one of the CEOs of these organizations. Snowboard, you called it.
Kellum, how does $2 billion just go missing?
It doesn't. And we're going to find out where it is. The number of homeless on the streets is increasing with every dollar we spend.
Santa Monica business owner John Alley supports.
Damn, how much?
What's he selling?
How much
medication?
How much smack do you think this guy shoots up every day? Jeez.
Santa Monica business owner John Alley supports the new task force.
It's hidden money and it's paybacks. I believe people will end up in jail.
Along with LA County, the task force will investigate Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara, and Ventura counties. There are about 75,000 homeless people in LA County compared to about 20,000 in the others combined.
We're going to have the best prosecutors, the best agents on this.
LA Mayor Karen Bass responding, telling Fox 11, our focus is on outcomes and saving lives. Last year, Los Angeles bucked national increases with a 10% decrease in street homelessness.
No, they didn't.
Increase. Hey guys, hold on. Everyone, hold on. You guys know what she's doing here, guys. If crime is at an all-time high, let's just say that usual crime in snowboard land is like 5%, and then it jumps to 10%, and then it goes down to 8%. You can go, we've had a 2% decrease in crime. It's still higher than it's ever been, you dummy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, and
what's that?
Yeah, and this is like reaching. This is a non-statement. This is two disconnected things. She's not saying that they were responsible for that decrease.
Yes.
She's saying, "Oh, but there was also a decrease."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
not
not like
of them probably died. So
Yeah.
they
They can't follow the money.
street anymore.
No, or the Palisades fires.
But seriously, that's the type of statistics that they're saying.
Yeah.
And that new Soil and Green program. I mean,
affordable food source, right? Yeah.
But you see this woman, she's the Lori Lightfoot archetype.
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett Smith, but political archetype.
Yeah.
That's what she is. They love this stuff.
A spokesperson from California Governor Gavin Newsom's office says we share the federal administration's goal of ensuring taxpayer funds are being used effectively to get people off our streets.
It's a humanitarian crisis. It's a public trust crisis. And and I think we deserve answers.
Yeah.
He says he's going to use any and all tools.
Guys, hold on. Look at this.
I know what happened to the money. I sent you a link in the private.
Today, federal officials announced charges against two LA area real estate developers. They are accused of stealing money that was intended to help the homeless. NBC4's Alex Rozier joins us live from downtown LA, where the feds say these arrests are really just the beginning. Alex?
Yeah, Colleen, and the two men, these are two separate cases, but both of them are accused of misusing millions of dollars. The feds say they exploited the homeless crisis for their own personal gain. This morning in Beverly Hills, federal agents arrested Cody Holmes. The 31-year-old is a former CFO of Shangri-La Industries. The U.S. Attorney's Office said this is the LinkedIn for Shangri-La, a downtown LA-based developer of affordable housing. In court documents, the feds say while serving as the CFO, Holmes submitted fake bank records that helped the company receive nearly $26 million in taxpayer money.
$26 million.
It's stealing from people who need it too.
Yeah.
Those homeless people, like part of the homeless problem is those people never see anything to actually make a change too, is a little bit of the problem because it gets taken from above.
Hey, how much do you want to make a bet? See if anyone can predict how they got caught. Were they because they were driving in a new Benz, or they bought their third home?
Yeah. They pulled up in the work in a helicopter or something.
Right.
Guys, but here's the thing: if I defraud anyone for 25,
you go to jail.
Million, I'm out of here, guys. I'm not getting
exactly
non-extradition treaty country. They ain't catching me, man.
Well, you wouldn't feel safe. You wouldn't feel safe having it under your mattress.
That's how
these guys did. They knew they were protected.
Guys, when I
keep doing it for years.
Guys, they'd have to do me like old boy from Venezuela. They'd have to send in the commandos.
It's like shooting fish in an oil barrel.
Hey-o!
To go toward a homeless housing project in Thousand Oaks.
Even though the developer received all the money from the state, the developer did not complete the construction of the Thousand Oaks project.
Of course not.
Instead, our investigation has showed that at least $2.2 million was diverted to pay Mr. Holmes's American Express bill.
Whoa, his American Express bill.
Oh, I didn't call that one. That was close.
It is due monthly.
That's a lot of bottle service at the club.
Yeah.
That's a lot of doing blow off some hookers, tatas. You know what I'm saying?
Probably like 450 of it was literally like OnlyFans or something completely stupid.
Yeah. Say OF, please.
OF.
Includes purchases at luxury retailers. Essentially, he stole the money.
Also today, the feds announced charges.
Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy.
He's a horse face guy.
Look at this guy.
Looks like he's got a home design show.
Yeah, look at this.
Against Stephen Taylor, a Brentwood real estate developer, seen here on his website. Taylor faces charges for bank fraud, aggravated identity theft, and money laundering. In one case, the feds say he lied to a lender and said he was going to renovate to Cheviot Hills property and use it himself. Investigators say that wasn't true.
In truth, Taylor had already contracted to sell the property, which he acquired for only $11 million fraudulently, to Weingart, a homeless housing developer that purchased the property for a whopping $27 million.
What? Akil Davis is with the FBI.
In both of these cases, defendants took advantage of funds allocated to assist some of the most vulnerable people in society. This is not a victimless crime, as the millions of dollars lost could have been used for housing the homeless or other local priorities funded by California taxpayers.
Damn.
Wow. Two things. Number one, that guy is going to be a guy who's like an influencer life coach. That he's similar to that personality. He's not going to quite say how he got his money or the deals he's doing. And number two, let me just say this one thing. Flint, Michigan. Did anyone go to jail or get in any trouble for that? For poisoning the people's water or just letting it be poisoned?
Yeah.
I don't really remember that. So you think anyone's going to go to jail for this? Absolutely not. I'll believe it when I see it, but I don't really believe it. I just don't.
Flint still doesn't have water to this day.
That's what I'm saying. And nobody went to jail.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. Cooked. Look at this. Here's a case where these other guys stole $50 million. They're another set of realtors. $50 million gone.
And realtors are often women too.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Is this copyright? Hold on.
I think I may have just discovered a massive money laundering embezzlement scheme in California, and it has to do with homelessness.
California spent $24 billion to tackle homelessness over a 5-year period, but did not consistently track the outcomes or the effectiveness of its
16% over that time period. 151,020. That was supposed to have gone to tackling homelessness. With homelessness increasing.
Now, guys, this homelessness thing was supposed to be one of the major things that Gavin Newsom he was going to run on during his presidential campaign. Yeah, that's not a great plan, you know.
By 16% over
infinite homeless money glitch. Like
yeah, right, yeah, it's true.
That time period, 151,000 in 2019 to 181,000 in 2024.
These are rough.
Well, I think it may have just found what's been happening with some of that missing money. Now, this is San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria. And recently, he's been on quite the rampage, making all these public housing deals that he says is going to alleviate homelessness in San Diego. But if you dig deeper, none of these projects make any sense.
Of course not.
For example, $145 million for 407 living units.
So we do the math.
There's another
that's
one.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's not
$150 million.
85. I don't know what the math is, but that's a dick ton of money for that type
for
of
270 units. Those numbers are bonkers because San Diego has a homeless population of over 10,000 people. You know, it doesn't seem like the best use of money, but then it gets even weirder. There's one investment company that pops up over and over again.
Look at that,
the Chelsea
guys.
Investment Group. And who is the Chelsea Investment Group? Well, it's a real estate investment group led by a man named Jim Schmidt, who I'll come back to later in this video. Anyway, according to their website, the Chelsea Investment Corporation is focused on, quote, creating and preserving high-quality, affordable rental homes.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
It's going to be a shell company of a shell company of a shell
Not the United
company.
States. Digging deeper complements the surrounding neighborhood. Creative financing solutions. Digging deeper, we find out that the Chelsea Investment Group is incorporated in not the United States, but the Cayman Islands.
Look at that, guys.
A country known for, I think, some creative financing. Their headquarters is in Carlsbad, California, at this address, 6339 Paseo del Lago, Carlsbad, California, 92011. This next part, you better buckle up. looking at a property report, you'll see that a company called 13th and Broadway CICLP bought 6339 Paseo del Lago in 2023 for $68 million.
What?
And records show that 13th and Broadway CICLP looks to be a subsidiary, aka a shell company of
Chelsea
Chelsea Investment Group.
Look at that.
Now
It'll
let's go
be a
back to the
shell
property
company within a
report
shell
again.
company,
Yeah,
probably. So
Look
one other
closely,
layer.
Here we go.
Things just look odd. Like I mentioned, $68 million transaction in 2023. But if we look back a little bit, the property sold for just over $3 million in 2016.
Look at that.
Now, I'm not a real estate expert, but that seems like a rather large jump in value there. And if we look at who financed the deal, it's not a bank, but rather the San Diego Housing Authority. Let me ask you, why is the San Diego Housing Authority, which is once again not a bank, acting as a lender here? $68 million to some company based in the Cayman Islands. Is this money laundering? Is Todd Gloria embezzling taxpayer dollars? The answer to those questions, we don't know for sure. One thing we do know, though, is when Todd Gloria was the chair of San Diego's Budget and Finance Committee, records show that the founder and then CEO, now chairman of Chelsea Investment Corporation, was a donor to Todd Gloria's campaign.
Look at that.
Yep. Right in front of everybody.
At that. And guys, I'm telling you, these idiotic morons in California, they don't question anything. More taxes are getting squeezed out of them. Their gas prices are going up because all the refineries are shutting down, and they don't question any of this.
The reason why they don't question it is because you can sell them to them. If you say it's for homeless and affordable housing, all you have to say is the word affordable housing, and you just make money disappear for like decades.
True.
They still haven't figured out. That's what they're doing now. They've been doing that for decades.
Yeah, but guys,
and it works every goddamn time.
Guys, we'll get into the Somali healthcare thing, but like, this is the time, like homelessness, anything where it's like affordable housing, free child care, anything where they low cost or free, guys, there's some shenanigans going on. Why? Hold on. Why should these knuckleheaded 304s have free healthcare anyways? Why?
Right.
What sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense. Why should they have the only thing that I would say that they should have that's a mess is the Somalis also do a thing where they do fraudulent claims saying that they do free medical transportation for disabled and elderly. That's a shame that they're taking advantage of that, because I think that there should be free services but unfortunately,
But the thing that's particularly egregious is the way, and this is a part of the problem in California, a lot of the people do actually care. Some of these upper class liberal people with a lot of money do actually care, but what happens is they say, oh, I'm going to give it to helping the homeless.
Yeah.
And then it gets pissed away and stuff like this, but you can just sell it to them by saying a couple of those words and like, oh yeah, well, the appropriate people will get it and what needs to be done will be done. It's not happening. It's just not happening anywhere. And when people steal it, no one gets in trouble.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. So guys, this whole the Minnesota thing, right? Guys, everyone give your take on the whole thing. And then we'll get into some news stories here. So whoever wants to start first.
Sorry, what topic?
The Minnesota fraud.
Okay, so the important point on that daycare one is that it took some guy that lived in the community that started to become an eagle eye and ask questions. Every one of us is too busy slaving away with our heads down to be able to watch what's going on around us.
Yeah.
But we got to pay more attention, and you'll start seeing some of these patterns. I mean, a bunch of the financial instruments that are getting used for all this stuff is all, in the back offices and stuff. But there's weird stuff that happens or doesn't happen, as in, no kids showing up, or knowing certain weird things happen, weird times of day, or weird expensive vehicles show up. You got to start having our head on a swivel to catch this stuff that's going on around us.
And there's still people out there trying to discredit that Nick Shirley kid and discredit all that. Dude, like it's clear as day what this guy. And it wasn't just him. Nick Shirley met the guy that TMX was talking about, the Army's talking about, and this guy is like, I've been studying this for years. They're going around showing you there's no kids here. Yeah, well, and then they're like, oh, well, why was he trying to go into a daycare? It's like there should at least be a reception area. There should be some sign of life to show that there's people there. But these knuckleheads on CNN and MSNBC are so stupid that they would rather just guys. They're literally lying to our face and saying that what we're seeing is wrong. This is like saying, "Oh, you know how it's wet outside? There's no rain out there." No. Obviously, if Omni says that there's rain out there, he's a MAGA guy.
Yep.
Like, no, it's raining. We can see it out the window.
But that's what the cognitive dissonance is. They can see it, but if they accept it, they have to dig a little deeper and say, wait a minute, I was wrong about this, and we are actually being taken from, and I've been had.
Yeah.
It's more comfortable to keep it accepted as it is and say, like, this is just some type of fluke. That's all.
Yeah.
We don't even, I didn't get fooled. This is just some type of fluke. It's like, no, you've been taken from.
Yeah.
Your money is taken from, and it's so egregious that it's taken from kids and vulnerable people and homeless people. That's who these idiots steal from. That's who they're taking from.
Yep.
Yeah. So guys, Minnesota has the largest Somali population in the U.S., estimated 100,000 to 108,000 people, making them a significant demographic and voting bloc, largely composed of citizens who arrived as refugees in the 90s due to civil conflict. So the largest in the U.S. So Minnesota has the largest Somali community outside of Africa. 78 to 84% are in the Twin Cities. So this large population in Twin Cities makes them a considerable voting bloc, which made them elect knucklehead Omar.
Yeah.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
They call it the Machete Cities now.
No. They don't use machetes, do they? That's like all.
Machetes would mean they actually do work.
No, all essential Americans, they would call them like the pirates of the Twin Cities. That's what they do.
Sabers.
Yeah, it's sad, guys. Look at this. So, guys, this whole thing where hold on, look at this.
Of course, you know her. Batia Saturdays right here on News Nation. Batia, great to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
She can get it, homegirl. On the left, how you doing?
Thank you.
This other girl is a giant nose.
To be here with you. So there's so much to talk about. Let's start with the Minnesota fraud. The new allegations now. Federal prosecutors have previously said that half or more of the roughly $18 billion in federal funds for Minnesota-run programs may have been stolen by those who didn't need it. So what are you hearing about the magnitude of this scandal?
So I'm just going to be real with you. Forgive me, but I just find this story so utterly infuriating. Think of all of the different ways that the American taxpayer was betrayed here by the Democrats who funneled billions of dollars to fake businesses and never once checked up to make sure they were legitimate, by the media that refused to cover it, by the immigrants themselves who were gifted by the generosity of the American people with the greatest privilege on earth, American citizenship, and then turned around and stole from us as thanks. It's so disgusting, but I think this is also a microcosm of a much bigger scam that the Democrats have been running for decades now, to where they welcomed in millions and millions of immigrants, both legal and illegal, who drove down the wages in America, especially for working class Americans, and drove up the cost of things like housing and healthcare and an education, the hallmarks of the American dream, making that totally out of reach for working class Americans. And then if those working class Americans had...
You guys, isn't that funny how they used to claim that the Republicans were the evil ones that were trying to bring in cheap labor, to hire, to drive wages down, and now it seems like the Democrats are the one doing this. Isn't that crazy?
Well,
hold on. They own. Okay, during this last election, right? I always thought it was funny when like, oh, Orange Man's up there with billionaires, dude. Kamala Harris was up there with billionaires too.
Absolutely.
She had Oprah up there. She had was it Bezos on their side?
Oh,
Jay-Z,
Bloomberg and stuff.
Bloomberg, yeah,
Bloomberg
they're
was
all
probably
on their side
there,
too.
yeah.
So what are you talking about? Snowboard, you were saying?
So it is. So you're right. The image of that, it used to be like, oh, Republicans just want cheap labor, but a little bit of that is true. They call it like Koch brothers Republicanism, where they want cheap labor, Mexicans and stuff, to do a lot of the hard labor jobs. So they don't have to pay as much to regular citizens. So they do part of it too, but Democrats are way better. Basically what I'm trying to say is Republicans they're good at like getting them to do some labor, but at least they're working. The Democrats just scam the hell out of everything they can, but they act like they're the righteous ones. Republicans are saying, we want them to kind of be like a migrant worker. We don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're kind of openly saying that, but the Democrats profit way more and act like the savior. And look at the Star of David and the size of this broad's nose.
Yeah. All right, now let's be careful now. All right.
Okay.
My point is, guys, is that both sides do it, but only one side claims to not do it.
To be virtuous, yeah.
And they're the ones that are actually doing it worse, and oftentimes using taxpayers' money, whereas the corporations are just making money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that's how I see it too. I see the Republicans have a good corner on big business and how it can profit, whereas the Democrat side knows how to fleece the public purse.
Yeah, they believe in big government and
bureaucracy. They can take advantage of it.
Yeah.
The temerity.
Guys, please code your language in the chat, please. Guys, come on. All right, I really don't need the stream taken down, you know?
To object to their own disinheritance, rich Democrats would go on cable news and call them racists.
Exactly.
It's so disgusting. The whole woke vocabulary was developed as a smokescreen for the mass fleecing of the American working class. And I think that is just a mirror image for what we're seeing with this Somali fraud and why people are so enraged about it because
here's the thing. If these farms and these meat packing plants are using cheap labor, that means that they're selling us products, and yes, it's harder in some areas to find a job, but with these, they're raising taxes for these programs and then stealing the money. So which one is worse? Honestly.
And they're only really getting like a 20% difference of greed where they could have just done it the right way. So they're really just like it's complete greed.
Yeah.
You've been noticing this for so long, and they were silenced if they called it out, and no more. I think that's what we're seeing right now in this moment.
And so many eyes, of course, on Governor Tim Walz now. We see GOP House Majority Whip Tom Emmer.
Oh, man. Guys, Timmy is shook. Yep. He is shook. And of course, guys, what
he was going to be our president or vice president.
This is all white supremacy. Guys, don't you love it when woke white people talk trash about white people? It's like, you are white. What are you talking about? Yeah. It's just stupid way to try and like differentiate themselves from other people. Guys, all this woke liberal white thing is, and put a 1 if you agree, is a way that white woke liberal, especially women, want to find a way to lecture other white people. That's all it is. Yeah. They don't care. They do not care. You know?
Representing Minnesota, of course, claiming on X He says Tim Walz sat idly by, refusing to address this for years, adding that it's, quote, impossible Walz's administration didn't know about it. Now, the governor's press office, for its part, put out a statement claiming that Walz has, quote, worked for years to crack down on fraud and asked the state legislature for more authority to take aggressive action.
Yeah.
Where does the blame lie here, in your opinion? I mean, this is allegedly billions in taxpayer dollars.
Well, guys, he's the governor.
Yeah.
He's the CEO
responsible.
of the state. This would be the same as if something happened at Apple when Steve Jobs was still alive. The CEO takes the hit. It happened under their watch. He's the governor. It happened under his watch. This is his fault. He should be he should resign.
Yep.
But his ego won't let him do it, right? So they can what is it called?
Impeach him.
Recall him. Yeah.
Definitely, Governor
And you think
Walz
he's
had
not
a
getting
role-
kickbacks? His cousins, his grandkids, and they're all getting kickbacks. They know what's going on.
Well, they all knew before he got to that kind of
they all
position
know. Yeah.
what his weak spots were and the gotchas that they get him with later.
Yeah. Yep.
We saw him bragging about making it easier for, minorities to start small businesses during the debate with JD.
I'm sure you have, right, Timmy?
Demands before the election.
Oh
We
my
know that
God.
everything starts from the top. There was no oversight here. And we know from the New York Times reporting that the Somalis would accuse people of being racist if they dared to look into it and dared to
Exactly.
look into this fraud. So certainly the governor has had a big hand here. We also know that Congresswoman Ilhan Omar was very instrumental in starting a lot of the programs around COVID that enabled these small businesses to open up, which turned out to all be fraudulent. She has been seen in some of the restaurants that lied about serving underserved communities with
Look at that, guys. Of course.
Wow.
food. And so there's definitely a lot of blame to go around. And, I would just urge Republicans, instead of sitting there tweeting about who's going to do something about this. I have to say, where was Doge on this? This was supposed to be the thing that they were doing. Why didn't they uncover it? And it just seems like a lot of people would rather tweet about this than actually find justice for the American people.
Okay, and with the time we have left, I also want to look ahead to 2028, specifically the Republican side. It feels early, but we have polling data already, and we want to talk about J.D. Vance. This is a new poll by Atlas. And
Guys, J.D. Vance needs to lose some weight.
Yeah.
He needs to stop wearing eyeliner.
Yeah, it's so
bad.
Guys,
and ditch the Indian wife.
Well, no.
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around.
That's all seriousness here, though, right? Like, I don't get what the look he's going for. Like I don't get.
He's a vampire.
Guys,
that's the look.
Kevin Samuels said it the best, right? Image matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is why there's entire companies and corporations that are around image, right? Like I don't know who is in his circle that lets him take pictures like this or walk around looking the way that he looks. Well, homeboy needs to go, get in shape.
And
this
is a friendly channel.
Yeah,
so they found a nice photo.
His dialogue, it's kind of cringe. You know what I'm saying? So like, he right now, Marco Rubio. Honestly, please,
yeah.
DeSantis, no. What I'm saying is he's a clear front runner, but what he needs to do is, do you see how look at the rest of them compared to him? You see how they're more clean cut. They're in better shape. Like people, this
They're
matters.
Not hard to be blue collar.
But he just needs to change his look. And I don't know why it always looks like he's wearing eyeliner. I just don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like maybe the lighting under the bridge wasn't very good.
Yeah.
He is wearing eyeliner and stuff. And not to mention, I actually kind of like out of these three, I probably actually kind of like Ron DeSantis more. But what does he do? He wears lifts in his shoes.
Yeah.
It's like you can't respect. Just be who you are. Don't wear lifts in your shoes, dude. Just do your job. That's all I want you to do.
I understand it. Yeah, I think that the advantage that JD Vance has, that he's taller than both these.
Oh yeah, by like a mile too.
Yeah, both these guys are like
Ron DeSantis
5'5"
is
or something, you know. And
And Marco
like,
Rubio kind of does. He's a little bit queer at the phone parties in Miami.
yeah. Rubio is.
He goes to those phone
he's
parties
a
in
little
Miami.
soft, you know. Yeah. And let's just
showing a drop in support in hypothetical primary in this primary for the next presidential election. So he's still at the top, but now at 47% compared with 55% back in September. I want to get your take on all of this, as well as the three front runners we're seeing right now. How different do you expect this will be going forward?
Really looking forward to it. I love a bit of a competitive primary, I have to say. I do not think...
God, this chick's voice.
Jeez, this woman is on
annoying.
pills. She's having a panic attack. Yeah. What is she being held hostage right now?
I don't know, man.
I don't think that the president has signaled that JD Vance is his heir apparent. I talk to working class people all the time who love President Trump and really do not love JD Vance. So I think
why
that
do you
the
think
field
that
is
is, Batya?
wide open.
What are they telling you? Why is that?
I think, first of all, there's a maturity gap. I think that President Trump comes off as very authentic. Even if you don't like him, he's always being himself. Whereas the vice president, I think, comes off as very calculated. He's changed his mind on a lot of his views. There was that quote that we talked about last week in the Vanity
It feels a
Fair
little bit like
article.
she's programming
She
us.
herself said that she thought that he was a very political animal and that a lot of his views stemmed from where he wanted to position himself. And I think that people read that off of him. They get that vibe.
Thank you for watching. Guys, hold on. Let's do this here. There's another one here. Hold on. And then we'll actually go into some of the local news reports that are, because guys, they've cut off funding for this free healthcare program. They've cut it off. So now every single state is shook, you know? So guys, please, guys, code your language or the mods are going to start, timing people out, guys.
Bring you on. Thanks for being.
Like I said, we can do touchy topics like this, but guys, please, guys, it's YouTube. It's not me, guys. Just anything a little bit spotty that you might want to type, just change the language. Just put a number and not a vowel. Just please.
In here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. It's good to have this conversation with.
Chick on the left can get it, man. How
Yeah,
you doing?
I know.
She's a little bit past the wall, but
Yeah.
Yeah, she could definitely.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can start a leaf blower.
You.
Are you surprised by this video and how much attention it's gotten?
I am not surprised that fraud is being uncovered here in Minnesota. What I will say, Anna, is it has gone ignored by Democrats here in the state of Minnesota for over 8 years. I'm grateful that this YouTuber.
Longer than that. You guys remember I showed you that one story that was from like 13 years ago where they were talking about arresting people for daycare fraud? Guys, this is a big issue. It's absolutely insane. And guys, all these give people like her credit because guys, they should be on the attack. She's a Republican in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to take advantage of this as much as possible.
Nick Shirley has gotten the attention that has been ignored by our mainstream media here in Minnesota.
Yep.
We've had other outlets, yourself and others, that have done a great job trying to shine the light. But Democrats in the state of Minnesota have either ignored the fraud that is going on or chosen to cover up. I'm not sure which one, but either way, it has gone unchecked in Minnesota under the Walz administration for far too long.
I think one of the reasons it struck such a nerve is that taxpayers, we all work for our money. We all work so hard for our money, and we see all the money going out. And then when tax season comes up in a few months, and you want to make sure it's getting into the rightful hands and be in the place where it's where it's supposed to be. Now, News Nation has been following these fraud allegations very closely and first reporting on the state's troubled finances back in November, when current and former federal sources confirmed funds raised by a Minnesota-based nonprofit during the pandemic never made it to those in need. And Governor Walz has vowed that an audit on all these allegations is going to be completed by the end of January. But
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
You guys just honestly believe that? Guys, they haven't figured out these PPP loans yet. They're still making PPP loan arrests all over the United States, guys. What an absolute joke. That's going to go down as one of the biggest cases of fraud in our country's history is all these PPP loans. How many times have we seen Glocktavia getting arrested for, $9, $10, $12 million in PPP loan fraud? Come on.
Can you help put into context for us just how widespread this fraud may be throughout your state in particular?
This is potentially widespread through a number of agencies. And Anna, this is federal dollars that Minnesota then sends out, plus it's Minnesota tax dollars. So on both fronts.
So she's running for governor too, so she's coming. That she's coming for Tim Walz's neck, dude. Let's go! Where's the money, Timmy? During the debate? Come on, Timmy. Where's the money? Where'd the money go, Timmy? Did you lose the money, Timmy? Yes or no? No one's going anywhere until we get a yes or a no, Timmy.
If you're gonna slap on the wrist, then you go for free.
Dude, this chick, I'm telling you, she's coming for Tim Walz's neck. I don't know who she is. You guys know how I hate electing 304s, but guys, the fact that she's on the attack, I don't know anything about her, but I hope she wins.
Someone's got to attack this. I mean, it's also a very easy target. People should be going for his head right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder what the appetite will be.
Owner or something who had you lost your business during the cough, and you see these idiots doing a daycare making all this money and stuff.
Yeah,
you're gonna be pissed.
This is her, Lisa DeMuth. So. So they're part of the fraud committee that is trying to go through fraud. Let's see. So she was Speaker of the House in the Minnesota House Representatives. Let's see here.
Wait. She experienced racism during her childhood. I'm not liking that.
I mean, but she's 58. I mean, hello. Why wouldn't she have? You know what I mean, dude? She's 58 in rural Minnesota being black. I mean, it happens, bro. Look. I experienced racism back in the 80s. It is what it is, So, but she's a Republican, so it obviously didn't mean didn't.
Well, it's better than Tim Walz in there, so it's at least a step in the right direction.
So she's completely and totally pro-life. Let me see. Yeah, so 2026, she's gonna run for governor of Minnesota. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
And being a female, she'll probably actually win too. That will kind of help in Minnesota.
Well,
in other words, some Democrats.
But she's still a Republican.
She might be happy with life, so it won't appeal to those people.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
she has to be angry.
Yeah, guys. Once again. Oh, she's mixed race. She's half black and half white, and she's probably out. Where is Paynesville, Minnesota? Where's this? Look at this. A population of 2,388 people.
Oh my God!
I mean, come on, dude. You grew up black in
Yeah.
Paynesville, Minnesota, dude. Come on. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah.
2 square miles.
Her grandpa got lynched on like a snowmobile.
All right, dude. Hey, man, language. Let's not use that word. You know.
Okay.
Was reported in just child care fraud, or what was noticed by Nick Shirley. But we also know that there can be extended fraud in adult daycare, non-emergency transportation.
Yes.
We're grateful for the input from the U.S. Attorney's Office that is uncovered and exposed and now charging criminally the Feeding Our Future.
Yeah, Monghole is correct. Yeah, they're saying that it's straight white Tim Walz versus non-white woman, but Democrats will still choose the white guy because he's a Democrat. Isn't it funny how that works, guys?
Yep.
Isn't it funny? Oh, they're all woke until this. Yeah. Guys, there's no reason why. If anyone in their right mind still votes for Tim Walz, that just shows how far gone that crappy state is. You know?
And anywhere with a painting, you see this painting here is taking money.
Yeah.
Anywhere you see a painting like this is taking your money.
Yeah.
Program, as you mentioned.
Guys, the Somalis will also buy a house and then they will list it as an adult care center and then get funding and then just like not have people there.
Well, that was obvious from the video. That was obvious from Nick's video too. Was that there were clearly just families living in these places?
Yeah, yep, with freaking Lambos in the parking lot. Did you guys see? There was that one kid who was like speaking out against, saying that saying that all Somalis are scammers, is racist, and blah blah blah. And this kid's wearing like a pair of like $4,000 glasses. Like his whole outfit, he's wearing like $4,000 glasses, like $1,200 pants. He's wearing this as he's saying they don't scam, guys.
You've been had.
That's all he had.
You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
AOC has been busted doing the same exact thing, like $12,000 shoes and stuff.
Look at this, guys. Hold on. Where's this? Where's this? This is Facebook news. Hold on. Here you go. Look at this. This is him. These glasses. Hold on. Yeah, they're $2,300 glasses.
No way.
$2,300.
Wow.
And then he has a photo on his Facebook or whatever, and he's just like dripped out, just wearing like his pants are like $1,000, his shoes are like $1,500. It's crazy, man. So
COVID that was meant dollars to feed kids and families in need that didn't get to those people. It went out in fraud. This is very widespread. And I will say, when I was first elected to the legislature, started serving in 2019, I carried my first bill that would have helped with internal controls in the child care area because there was suspect.
Oh, you see, she's setting that guillotine up, Timmy. She said, I was trying to fix this in 2019, Timmy. Where's the money, Timmy? Where's the money?
That time, a basic internal control where there had to be attendance records.
Look at this. Despite the massive Somali fraud scandal, Tim Walz announces a new welfare program for Somalis and other illegals. The taxpayer-funded family and medical leave program gives Somalis up to 20 paid weeks off per year to bond with their children. Look at
what? Oh my God.
That is absolutely insane. Guys,
wow.
Why don't they do this program for they should do this as an American citizens program to encourage people to get married and have kids. They should give married parents this 20 weeks paid off.
You know, like it's even worse than that, right? Like the families that do need some funding to get some extra care for something are literally the taxpayers that are funding this stuff that's getting abused and taken away.
Yeah,
It's just
guys, I don't even mind these handouts if you were to just say that they would go to veterans or they would go to elderly, because I have no problem with food stamps, SNAP, Section 8, all this other stuff, if you just make sure that it goes to those who need it.
Yeah.
Especially, the veterans. That's, Wounded Warriors does a great job, but the fact that we have to have Wounded Warriors is pathetic.
Right.
It's pathetic. Like I said, I'm not talking bad about Wounded Warriors. They're a great organization. But how is it that this nonprofit that raises money and gets federal funding does so well at helping veterans, whereas the VA just Forrest Gumps its way through each fiscal year? It's crazy.
Kept each day, and then when asked, they would be available upon request by DHS. You know what, Anna? I could not get a hearing.
Look at that. He said, "What?" Orange Man said, "Watch all this and understand that this is what journalists are supposed to do." But no one, again, the mainstream media will even bother to look, let alone publish it. This is what they're doing to your country with your tax dollars. He said, Nick Shirley said that they uncovered over $110 million in one day.
Wow.
And guys, once again, Nick Shirley, bro, hey, man. Yeah. Bro, legend. He's going to be this. If this keeps going the way it's going, he's going to be one of the most important people of this.
He's like a Paul Revere type.
Seriously,
almost.
guys, it's crazy. He will be remembered. He's only 23 years old.
Mm-hmm.
On that bill, Democrats in the House of Representatives here in Minnesota continually blocked efforts by Republicans to put in internal control.
Clayton says, who gets to define need? I just did. Veterans, severely disabled people, and the elderly. That's it. Or and even do an incentive program to have people get married and have kids.
Yeah, and what you're touching on too with the vets and stuff, we know there's fraud going on with people who don't need it, but then we know there are people who need it who can't get it.
Yeah,
it's true. Crazy, and there's ones who can't get it who are paying for it.
Yeah, it's true. Yep, it's true.
Controls and other things that would have helped prevent this fraud.
And whoever's in power gets to define need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people define need all the time. But with Republicans, I don't even want to say Republicans. With conservatives, it's anyone who needs help is someone who doesn't have 10 toes, 10 toes, 10 fingers, 2 hands, two feet. It can get up and go to work.
Yeah, it's essential versus luxury.
Thank you. Yeah.
For supplemental.
Blocked it for 7 years, and the time to end it is now.
Well, Elon Musk of Doge fame, he was championing getting rid of fraud, waste, and abuse around the country, is calling Tim Walz a crook. Now, Walz, as far as I know, has not addressed this video. Of
course he hasn't.
Of course he hasn't.
Of course he hasn't.
Guys, no comment.
You know why? Because he's shopping around for a media group to spin this, and no one will touch him. No one will touch him. Imagine, let's just say, Omni has his, Omni's Media Inc., and they've managed to, I don't know, they've managed to sell ice to an Eskimo.
Yeah.
Even Omni's we're not touching you, Timmy. I don't think so.
It'll be an organization like Media Matters, which is a George Soros owned group, or possibly some type of PBS NPR thing will go hard defending him.
Yes, but here's the problem. This has gone so viral. You can't spin this.
Yeah.
You can't. This is one of the most viral things. I've seen this every day since Nick Shirley dropped this. Every content creator that I follow, whether it's video games, Red Pill, MMA, they've all covered this. Everyone's talking about this. Walt is cooked. He's cooked.
Yep. Remember they wanted him to be vice president?
Yeah. And you guys see how he visibly looks older.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He's not wearing the camo hat no more and stuff.
He's like, my groin. You remember on The Simpsons? You remember? Yeah. Hold on. My groin.
What? Oh man.
This is back when The Simpsons was actually funny. Guys, drop a like on the stream, guys. Hit the super chat button, guys. We will be live at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, guys. Guys, we're gonna look at some of these nurses. Apparently, nurses are all quitting, whining about how hard life is.
Good. Let the authentic nurses go in there. The women that do want to do work, they have no problem.
But don't you know that all these nurses, they're all big ball and strong and independent?
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Come on.
Yeah, the average nurse is just a woman with like a $70,000 Jeep Wrangler, 2 dogs, a drinking
luxury
problem,
apartment.
a complete 304, and like a $2,800 apartment, and just a 304. Like it's not independence, and they don't care a damn about nursing.
Don't forget it. A friggin' pill addiction.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Taking those oxys.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of fucking perkadoodle doos over there.
Perkadoodle doos. He said perkadoodle doos. Oh God, guys! Why do we keep letting him in here?
I know.
Keyshawn says, guys, who do you think is going to be running for president? Newsom, AOC, Ratchet, or Bethlehem Harris, or butt cheek? Okay. I think that
pull some people out of the woodwork.
That they're going to do Gavin Newsom.
Yeah,
and these idiots are actually dumb enough to actually think that he's going to win, and they'll run him. Guys, Gavin Newsom has literally ran California into the ground. And by the time that because here's the thing, the primary is going to start. Oh, Cory Booker is going to try and run because he just got married, and that shows that he's going to run. But guys, let's be honest.
That's what happened to Mayor Pete too. Cory
Booker. I mean, he's a zest fest, dude, and he married a chick just to try and run for president, right?
Yeah.
I think Cory Booker, Newsom, Butt Cheek, and AOC and Newsom are going to be in the primary, but they're going to tear each other. Okay. What they should do is just do like this quiet primary, because they're going to give Vance or whoever so much ammunition, especially Gavin Newsom, because he's already in the hole. Oh, Gavin Newsom dunks on Trump. He trolls him. It doesn't matter because your state's on fire.
Yeah.
Your budget's messed up. You have fraud. You have homeless. You have junkies. Oakland's mayor's cooked. San Francisco's cooked. Your state is cooked. Everyone's trying to leave. It's the most abandoned state in the United States. And what? He's going to turn that into a win? How? How?
Well, the only thing, so I believe that it'll be Newsom they run.
Yeah.
The only thing that they have going for them, yes, the state is literally on fire and it's garbage, but he's trying to take a soft Joe Rogan approach with having his podcast and getting all these people on and trying to just normalize it. Say, hey guys, I'm not a politician. I'm just a regular guy. I'm just kind of like you. I'm a rich wine merchant, but I'm kind of like you. So his podcast helps him quite a bit, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and he's a pretty smooth talker. Like, he has some charisma. Like, honestly, he'll probably get reelected in California no matter what. No matter what. So that does give him some power. It shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I've reached out, as we mentioned, we haven't been given a response, but he was asked about just the widespread fraud a little over a week ago by local reporters. I was just looking through local media earlier today. And when he was questioned, he said, I'm not sure if when any of the allegations, because that's what they are right now. But
allegations, as the super mayor says, right?
If they are true, when it started, maybe it was when he was in office. Maybe.
Did you guys see the super mayor is pro-Trump now? You see that? Oh, I gotta cover that.
She's not living in Atlanta.
What's that?
Is she living in Atlanta now? Also,
is she? I don't know. I mean, she fits in. She's a dirty weave wearing scallywag, so I guess she fits in Atlanta just fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't, but he says he is going to fix it. He says he's the guy to fix it. What do you think people there in your state want to hear from him, since he's the one who's governor right now?
He has not done anything in 7 years to fix this fraud. So why he would start now, it's a little bit too late. I don't believe that he either is capable of fixing it or has the desire to. He could have fixed this over the last 7 years and has not done that. When I became speaker in 2025, just in January, I established the Fraud Prevention and Agency Oversight Committee. It has shown a light on the fraud here in Minnesota. He could have fixed it when we established the committee in January of 2025. He has done nothing to end the fraud here in the state of Minnesota. And the theft.
During the election, she's going to be going in hard on him. This is a preview of what she's going to give old Timmy here.
Of our tax dollars.
Well, top Republicans are reacting to Shirley's video. I mean, I can't tell you how big of a story this is becoming. In fact, Vice President J.D. Vance taking to social media just today, I think we can show that as well, applauding this new video from Shirley. And in a second post, the VP claimed that fraudsters are, quote, stealing both money and political power from Minnesotans. What do you think changed in the past few months that this issue is now getting national attention?
We have finally gotten the national attention because of the work of our fraud committee and making sure that people knew about it. Other work like yourself, Anna, reporting, News Nation reporting on this, other outlets that have finally drawn attention. It is getting that national attention. To have the Vice President of the United States point out on X that Minnesota does have a fraud problem here in Minnesota. It's interesting if you compare his tweet yesterday to the post by Governor Walz yesterday. Governor Walz had a picture of his cat. He's not worried about fraud here in Minnesota. Republicans and Republicans in Minnesota are saying,
I told you she's coming for him, dude. She's coming for him. Guys, let's all make a note to follow this election because it's 2020. It's this year, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's this year,
This is enough. It is time to turn.
Hey guys, did I ever Carlos X, he's been around for a while. Ray's been here around. Guys, did I ever tell you like one of my first, I think it was like long form videos or live streams was reacting to the Stacey Abrams debate and just going off the entire time. How much I hate Stacey Abrams, dude.
Don't even get me started with her fraud.
Oh man, guys, boy, that's what actually like spurred me into posting like regularly on this channel because I had made one or two videos in like August, and then September is when their gubernatorial stuff kicking off, and that's when Secret, Tim Hicks, Rajai, anyone else black in the chat. Guys, what did we hear right before the election ended? Oh, you black men, you ain't showing out for Stacey Abrams. Y'all tell me. Just like when Knucklehead Harris lost. And they got freaking Barry up there. I noticed that the brothers ain't Tyler. down for Kamala Harris. Shut up, you goofy looking son of a bitch. What are you talking about? They always try and blame us black men for everything. You know what I mean? And then Stacey Abrams recently tried to come be like, I don't understand why, we have to actually, understand why some black men have walked away and where this negative stereotype comes from. Us black men get more negativity from B-dubs and liberals than conservatives.
Yeah.
That's why so many black men are either independents or they are Republicans. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. And more, because my nephew and all of his friends, they voted for Orange Man. All of them. They're all black. All of them, 20 years old. Because they don't see anything for them on the left. Nothing at all. So
do they have some kind of screech filter?
At this point, you're a Republican. If you work and contribute some way, you're basically a Republican at this point. It's kind of all
anything other than a Democrat,
Yeah.
So.
Fraud needs to end now.
So if you become governor, you're running.
Emoji Mister. Yeah, he's another one who's been here for a while. Guys, vote for Emoji Mister.
As a Republican against Tim Walz. And, as governor, you're not the one who's out there knocking on daycares to make sure that they are who they say they are, but you would be creating a culture, right, is what you have said. So tell us what you would do on day one.
You would be creating systems to actually identify this fraud. Okay? She just need to go knocking on doors. There's ways, guys. We aren't geniuses here, but it's not. It doesn't take some crazy expert to actually look at where the budget's going and actually hold people who are using money accountable.
If you become governor, to make sure that something like this doesn't happen.
There has to be the internal controls necessary. We need to stop the payments where there's suspected fraud across agencies. And I would hold agencies and commissioners accountable. Governor Walz has not fired a single agency commissioner or anyone over 7 years with fraud. I would expect that commissioners under my administration would be held accountable for not allowing fraud or preventing fraud within each one of their agencies.
Right.
Anna, to have $9 billion of suspected fraud going out with a $66 billion budget, that is unconscionable, and Minnesota taxpayers are tired of funding fraud under Governor Walz.
You think of this, guys, too. The medical transportation business, right? No, it's either the medical transportation business or the adult. One of those two. Out of 3,500 businesses that are incorporated, that are registered in Minnesota, 1,900 of them are all Somali owned. Now, wait a minute. You're trying to tell me there's 80,000 to 108,000 of that people, but was it 1,900 out of 3,000 of those businesses all belong to that group? That's grounds for an investigation right there.
Yeah.
What do I always say? It's easy to be generous with other people's money and liberal with other people's security.
Exactly. Exactly.
Growing fraud allegations there in your state, there in Minnesota. We are asking Governor Walz. We'd love for him to come on the show. I'd love to interview him as well, particularly.
Right. You think he's going to go on here? That coward. You have to have a backbone to actually go on to a conservative news station as a Democrat.
This headline today about the daycare that's accused of receiving some $4 million and not having anybody inside and misspelled signs outside. We'll continue tracking this. Thank you so much for being here, Republican Minnesota State Representative.
Now, guys, here you go. So Nick Shirley, he was on the Value Entertainment podcast here. Watch.
Here's the power of where social media does today. 23 years old. You go and find out for yourself. You're not waiting on ABC, CNN, CBS, any of these guys. You go ask questions. After asking questions yesterday, I believe was it HHS, Rob, that came out yesterday? If I'm not mistaken, they came out yesterday and they stopped $185 million of funding to Minneapolis because of the video you posted. So watch this, folks. This is a byproduct of what Nick Shirley did on December 26th. Go ahead, Rob.
Hello, I'm HHS Deputy Secretary Jim O'Neill.
I'm here with Assistant Secretary Alex Adams.
Nerd.
They don't let us out much.
You guys remember Parks and Rec when he went to work at the accounting place? He's like, what was the guy's name? Ben, right?
Ben.
Yeah. Ben's back. He's back. Yeah. And he would tell stupid jokes. Ben White, he's like, It looked like the accountants for friggin' Parks and Rec, dude. Look at that.
Alex oversees the Administration for Children and Families. Intrepid journalists have made shocking and credible allegations of extensive fraud in Minnesota's child care programs. We believe the state...
Sorry, I have to translate first, right?
Beta male. Minnesota's allowed scammers daycares to siphon millions of taxpayer dollars over the past decade.
My office.
And the other guy, right?
Yeah, ACF provide.
You didn't even let him speak.
Look at this guy right here. Look at how, dude. Look at his face.
Yeah.
He looks completely lost. Look at this. Look at this. He's.
I told them I didn't want to use the teleprompter.
I can't,
Why do they
guys,
make me
I
stare at
can't.
this thing?
Look at this guy.
He's the one who's supposed to be helping us.
Yeah.
run stuff. He's
How much
not
you
gonna
wanna
do
bet?
anything.
How much you
That's
wanna
the
bet?
problem. He wasn't aggressive enough to hold any of these people accountable.
No,
in the first place.
this guy right here, he's gonna have some SA suit because he's probably using his power to get chicks or using his paycheck to bang whores. One of the he will be in some type of scandal because there's no way that this dude's getting laid.
He goes to
Yeah.
Thailand, so he might get away from it. He goes to Thailand. He's not a fool. That guy is actually kind of smart. He's probably
Yeah.
actually
Well,
pretty
yeah.
smart.
These are the
He's a freak, but he's smart, and he probably does have some virtue. A little bit.
Minnesota, $185 million in child care funds each year. That money should be helping 19,000 American children, including toddlers and infants. Any dollar stolen by fraudsters is stolen from those children.
This guy has taken up a public speaking class because he does the little 2-finger point thing. So guys, they teach you never point with your forefinger because that's threatening, right? So you can make your point and point, but you have to either use your thumb and your forefinger or your forefinger and your middle finger, and you point down, but you never point at, and you never use your forefinger. Yes, or people think it's threatening and that it's off-putting.
That's funny.
But if you actually, so you guys can't see me, if I actually every time that I do a word like this, it helps people understand. You guys can hear me doing it, right? Like, every time you go like this, it seems like you're more authoritative and you're making an extra point like this. So
Yesterday, I spoke directly with the director of the Minnesota Child Care Services Office. She could not tell me with confidence whether those allegations of fraud are isolated or whether there's fraud stretching statewide.
Today, we have taken 3 direct actions against the blatant fraud that seems to be rampant in Minnesota. First, I have activated our Defend the Spend system for all ACF child care payments across America. Starting today, we require a justification, receipt, or photo evidence before we make a payment.
Guys, they still haven't sent the receipts.
Yeah, why haven't you done this years ago?
Yeah,
You
no.
centipede freak.
That's
because Minnesota still hasn't sent the receipts that they asked for yet. They still haven't sent it over. So, guys, Nick Shirley's video has 3.2 million views.
Wow.
And it came out 9 days ago. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go, dude.
It came out during Christmas, so people really weren't paying
he has how many
attention as
subs?
much.
He has 1.42 million subs, dude. You know how much he's making? So much money off of this. Good on him, bro.
These nerds though, accountants know that they're basically running general accounting practices, generally accepted accounting practices. They're not doing GAAP on this stuff. They're clearly giving out money without receipts.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Second,
so the idea is
accountants know.
You guys see he was really bringing his point home. Then watch.
Or photo evidence before we make a payment.
You can stop it right there.
Second.
So the idea is
He calls him nerd. He's like, "Shut up, nerd!" Like,
$185 million.
Wait, hold on. Isn't that the Jedi mind trick?
Guys,
CT guards.
Secret,
You
your
will bring the
microphone's acting
receipts.
up. Secret, you fix your microphone, bud.
Okay. Isn't it the Jedi mind trick thing? You do not see two guards. You bring the receipts.
These are not the funds you're looking for.
Stop. Because you independently went out there and created this content,
You did.
exposed it to everybody.
Yeah.
And then allegedly, was it today that CNN came after you? Or was it yesterday?
Yeah, today they put a hit piece out on me.
And when did they interview? When did CNN come and interview?
Did you guys see the CNN hit piece?
Nope.
You know what? I'll bring that up next.
Yesterday.
Yesterday they did.
Yesterday I showed up at Quality Leering Center.
Is this the one?
Yes.
So this is you. You show up. You're in Minnesota yesterday.
Yes.
At the Quality Leering Center. We got to say it correctly. By the way, his sweater he's got on. If you guys want to purchase the sweater, we're going to put the link below as well to the Quality.
He made a sweater with the fraudulent signs name on it. Quality Leering Center. It was supposed to be learning. Let's go.
Leering Center is becoming a hot commodity. Rob, let's make sure you put the link below as well to
hilarious.
support what he's doing here. But here's CNN. It doesn't look like they're happy for you doing their
Not at all.
work. When they first came up to you, were they friendly? Were they nice to you? What was the approach that they took?
Yeah, the lady came up to me very friendly, and then she kept asking me these questions. I'm like, ma'am, you're defending fraud. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the issue wasn't what time I showed up to the daycare. The issue is that this building right here is receiving $1.9 million. It's not.
And then the CNN, anchor woman's like, well, maybe did he just want to look at kids? Did he just want to film children? He's a weirdo. Please.
Not even operating, and they're showing face right now while they're literally shuffling in kids while the commissioner of children is saying the daycare was closed last week.
That's pretty wild. Okay, so play this clip, Rob. Go ahead.
This is MAGA YouTuber Nick
MAGA
Shirley.
YouTuber.
Yes, you.
Oh my God!
You see what they did there?
Slandering. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Back at a daycare in Minnesota, he alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video.
People are going to say this is a left or right issue, but no, fraud is fraud.
This is not a partisan issue. And guys, he actually did get security, and it's awesome that he shouts out his security.
Yeah.
I forget who they are, but he's like, these guys, they're the best. Because he's been chased, he's been harassed.
Over here. So I'm not out here trying to put a twist on things.
Shirley's viral video, released over the weekend, in which he says he's uncovering tens of millions of dollars in fraud at Minneapolis daycares run by the Somali community, was retweeted by Elon Musk and Vice President J.D. Vance. In the video, Shirley tries to open locked doors and talk to people at various daycares he claims are frauds.
Did you come during their normal operating hours when you came to visit?
It doesn't matter. Once again, if there's no one there, the windows are boarded up. The entire neighborhood, there's witnesses saying there's never anyone there. There's two Somali guys smoking cigs out front, right? Come on, man.
Yeah, and is it just me or like all of these ones were open till 10 p.m.?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but all the child care places
but
I
this
see, they
is-
close once all the parents pick them up after work.
This is the CNN reporter's job to do the fake journalism. Like, did you go during business hours, you scum? Like, they're trying to act. This is fake journalism, is what she's doing.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a kind of legit question, but that's not the intent of it whatsoever.
Yeah.
11 a.m., I believe, and that also came the following day, later in the day. The point of it is not whether or not I came at the right time of their operation hours. The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers. I wasn't trying to go inside, and there should be a way for somebody to actually be able to call that number and somebody to be able to answer. These aren't real businesses.
Yeah, every daycare place should have like a reception area.
Yep.
Just have somewhere for hey, just in case you want to sign your kid up to go there. You know what I'm saying? What a joke.
But
What an
notice how this woman is going to skip right past that. Like that,
Of course.
what he just said is basically kind of all he needs to say.
Yeah.
That's basically kind of all he needs to say.
Yeah.
for
Now,
this
guys, you
example.
could say that he sounds a little bit unsure of himself, because he's
nervous.
answering the question honestly. No, well, he's honest. He's being honest.
Yeah.
And also, he's just trying to be as transparent as possible. And he is coming into this interaction with CNN in good faith, and this person's in bad faith. So I think if he would have known from the jump that CNN was coming at him crazy, which he should assume from now on, he would be acting differently. Guys, drop a like on the stream, guys. Hit the super chat button, hit the join button. Appreciate that, guys. Anyone what's coming up, guys? Hit the
But that's what I'm
button.
saying on CNN's part. That's a great question for them to ask. That seems legit, seems logical, seems okay to ask.
Yeah. Yeah. But if they would have watched the video,
it's just not. Yeah. They don't care.
Surely you don't think a daycare should just be unlocked. You shouldn't be able to just walk into a
It should be a
daycare.
reception.
No, every daycare is
She has
locked.
no good faith in this conversation.
And so, okay, you bring up a fair point. Then but why can't they actually give me information how to enroll a child?
Federal law enforcement has been investigating fraud in Minnesota for several years.
joke.
Both Attorney General Pam
What a joke.
Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel said
And he should have said no. You know, most daycares aren't locked up like jails and prisons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to most daycares or schools, there's an office so you can go in and talk to a receptionist, talk to the manager, do all of that. So like I said, he's new at this, you know, but I'm damn, you can make damn sure that he already has a team around him that's helping him take advantage of this. Because guys, imagine if he's finding this out about Minnesota, imagine him going to like New York or California with his credibility he has now.
Yeah.
With all the eyes on him. Because I wonder how many subs that he's got from this one video.
Maine
Probably
has this
hundreds of
problem
thousands. You know? So yeah.
on social media, they've indicted dozens of defendants. DHS has posted multiple videos of agents they say are conducting a massive fraud investigation.
Do you think that federal law enforcement hasn't done enough? I mean, they would say, look, these
Guys, I hope this CNN thing doesn't get the stream taken down, but it's all
fraud cases have been going on, but they've already done like 80 indictments. The cases have been going on.
So funny. They're defending.
But it's not
Trump.
years.
And why did I show up one day in Minnesota and go to all these daycares, no children. They're receiving millions of dollars. We uncovered nearly $110 million in fraud in one day.
How do you know that all the allegations that you're making are true?
How do I know that they're true? Well, we showed you guys what was happening, and then you guys can go ahead and make your own analysis.
We're coming so we can make our own
Very
analysis.
fair.
Are you 100% sure you're true?
Yeah, I am 100% sure I'm true.
That's your
CNN.
job. See, oh no, guys, this is her homework.
your
Guys,
job.
hold on. Guys, hold on. This is how she's gonna disprove Nick Shirley here. Watch. This is how this absolute dunderheaded moron is gonna try and
Propaganda
disprove
304,
yeah, everything he said. Guys, watch.
Is looking into Shirley's claims.
Hi, my name's Whitney Wild. I'm a correspondent for CNN.
We reached out to several of the daycares featured in the now viral video. Only one daycare facility answered and said they are
She's
a legitimate
validating your point.
business.
Have you seen the videos, purporting that some of these daycares don't have kids inside?
Minnesota Republicans.
Oh, she called. She spent 20 minutes calling and only one of them answered. She really showed him. You
stupid woman.
Clown world. Guys, do you see, guys, this is not a partisan issue. And you guys know if this type of fraud was discovered in a red state, guys, what do you think? She would be doing backflips down the sidewalk.
Well, you can bet she was calling until press time was like, give us the clip. She's like, "Damn it,
Make
I
up
got
something. Make up something.
Yes.
Quite the new
And
focus.
she
for the
also
Trump
like
administration.
framed it like, yeah, there's been claims that you guys have been stealing millions of dollars. Is that true? They're gonna say, no. See, like, she basically told them to just basically say no.
Yeah,
Are you
Hang up.
sure?
Yeah.
Administration, they have been sounding the alarm on fraud for years.
We have talked about fraud. We have gotten stories. We've tried to push this forward every way that we
You
can.
can pause it
At
right
the
there.
day,
So this is yesterday in Minnesota.
Yeah, yesterday in Minnesota.
Wow. And you went back to Minnesota because you just told me that you're working on a part 2 yourself.
Yeah, because there's a lot more fraud. The
How much
daycares-
more did you find?
Oh, we found a lot more businesses that don't exist. There's millions of dollars. We found daycares with more $1 million daycares. I mean, there's literally hundreds of daycares receiving millions of dollars in Minnesota at this moment as we speak.
So from the first one, you guys were over $100 million of fraud that you found, right?
Mhm.
With the second one, now the recent one that you were there yesterday, how much more did you guys find yesterday?
I have to do all the numbers, which I'll do when I do all my editing, but at least another $10 million.
Another $10 million. Okay, so on the other side, while you're doing this,
Hold on, guys. Look at this.
A few hours from now, one of the defendants in that alleged Medicaid fraud scheme is heading to court.
Yeah, this case is so big, it's being called the largest ever prosecuted by the Minnesota Attorney General. Audrey Russo's live at the Hennepin County Courthouse this morning, tracking the latest developments. Good morning, Audrey.
Geez, she's on a coke bender, this chick.
Hey, look, that just means you be smashing for hours.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning. At 9 a.m., the person prosecutors describe as
I'm trying to run a marathon over here.
is the principal actor in a nearly $11 million Medicaid fraud scheme is due before a judge. And this comes just 5 days after the defense tried to get all of the charges dismissed due to a lack of probable cause. Now, that
Of course, right?
Well.
motion was denied by a judge. Take a look at this paperwork we found through the court website.
Of course.
Now, Abdi Rashid
Look at that. There you go.
Saeed is charged with 10 counts, including perjury, racketeering, and aiding and abetting a theft by swindle. Saeed and 2 others are accused of operating personal care assistant businesses where they allegedly overbilled clients to secure Medicaid reimbursement funds. Saeed was already convicted in a different theft by swindle case back in 2021, and at that time, a judge ordered that he not have any work with companies that accept Medicaid reimbursements. Again, that was back in 2021. These most recent charges stem from 2023.
Look at that, guys. Here's another one. Hold on.
5 Investigates has uncovered yet another example critics say shows a lack of oversight of your tax dollars.
This one centers around a well-known Somali nonprofit the state has awarded.
Well.
Guys, this is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? This is crazy.
Millions of dollars in grants. When investigative reporter Ryan Ray started tracking your money, he made an interesting discovery.
Here we go again, guys. We uncovered state money was sent to a group even after a board member was charged with fraud. And the Department of Human Services still did not stop the flow of your hard-earned money.
Of course not.
It was once a darling
what?
nonprofits.
Oh my
winning
God.
awards and making headlines, all in the name of keeping Somali kids on the right path.
My name is Mohammed, Executive Director of Kajok.
Of course it is, right?
But this summer, Kajog's online presence vanished. I could not find them anywhere. Their office at the Griggs Midway building in St. Paul? It's dark, so. It's a similar story at their second office a mile away, which comes with its own doorbell.
So I just talked to a guy here who says Kajug does have an office here, but he's only seen them once or twice this year.
Other addresses listed on their website.
Do you know what happened to them?
All appear to be dead ends. But then I found this criminal complaint from 2023, and it all starts to make sense. It was one of the biggest Medicaid fraud cases at the time. A group of men accused of stealing more than $9 million from the state's personal care assistance program.
Look at that.
Among the defendants, Ali Elmi, the chair of the board at Kajok. And look at all the grant money I found the state kept sending Kajok after its chair was charged with fraud. The Department of Human Services sent the most, more than $600,000.
The Department of Human Services appears to be asleep at the wheel.
We brought our findings to House Republican Isaac Schultz, who sits on the bipartisan fraud committee. What's your reaction to that?
That the left hand isn't talking to the right hand, and that state agencies, elected officials, and their offices are failing to communicate within state government to protect the public's dollars.
Oh, they're communicating.
because they're getting money.
Yeah,
of course
they're
they are.
communicating fine. Yeah.
In this case,
they're just getting kickbacks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Hey, snowboard! Did you buy the Lambo yet? Because I bought the new Lambo. Let's go.
State Attorney General is the one who charged Kajok's chair, and DHS now admits it kept sending them money. In a statement, the agency promised it will put stronger internal controls in place.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I think we must do better.
DHS Inspector General James Clark addressed what we uncovered in a recent interview with our Eric Shalou.
I mean, a lot of the work, a lot of the communication we're currently doing now is manual, right? So I would say we need to do better in terms of.
You don't say,
dumbass.
What
you should be fired, dude. You're out.
We see this man named David, right? We keep seeing this man named David, who I think he said, if you want to, I'll put $100,000 for anybody that can prove any of this wrong because this is government document. How did you and David? If Rob, is this the clip where he
Isn't
said
that crazy that dude's name is David and he's literally taking on Goliath? No, seriously, guys. I mean, imagine he's taking on look, and he's a white guy. As you guys know, that he's been sounding the alarm for years, and of course, you're racist, you're xenophobic, you're Islamophobic, right? And he's taking on the elected officials and the Somalis.
He
he's
released
one
a lot
man.
of it around Christmas too.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
is that?
Yep.
Do you want to play this clip of David?
Don't call any parents.
Anybody want to take me up? You $100,000 if you $100,000. You can disprove my information.
Okay, so give me a copy of what you have, and I can
If you can disprove my information. 100,000. 100,000. Page by page. You're going page by page. Get going. Come on, girl. Just keep your video on it, and just screenshot it while you're going. Let me know when you got it.
All those people are there defending the fraud, and then he gives them the option.
They're defending the fraud.
Yes.
They're not on your side.
No.
How many of those people are on your side right there?
None of those people you're hearing in the background.
Just you and David and the camera guy.
Just me and Dave. Yeah, I was my cameraman.
So who's recording you there?
That's somebody doing a live stream. That's
from them. That's not even yours. That's that Kadra Abshir that's recording you.
Yes.
Got it. So they're recording you, and he's offering $100,000 to go prove if any of these things are wrong.
Yes.
So how did you and David get linked up?
David messaged me on Instagram, and out of the hundreds of DMs I get, I just opened David's, and he had all the proof because I've known about the fraud happening for so long in Minnesota since back in June. I've known about the fraud, but it's hard for me to go out and get all the information because they make it very hard to get the information. Luckily, David had somebody inside the Capitol who has been leaking him all the numbers, leaking him all the information.
Somebody from the Capitol.
Yes.
In Minnesota.
Yes. So all the numbers that
Good on that person. Whoever that person is a hero. Seriously, guys, imagine, guys, there are good people who work in government, right? Just like there are good cops. There are good cops, right? And they see bad stuff happening and they just can't. They can't let it slide. You know, there are people out there who are working and they're good people who want to do good. And whoever that whistleblower was like, I cannot. But here's the thing, guys. This is why, guys, good people need to be in the system more.
Yeah.
Oftentimes people go, oh, well, the system's broken, so I don't want to take it.
So I'm going to isolate. Yeah.
So what that means is there's no good people in said organizations anymore. You have to play the long game, get inside the organization, and then move up to where you can make a change. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the best things that you can do. If you honestly want to help the veterans or whatever, try and do something or help out a person that's working their way up the VA system to where they can be some higher level administrator and be that subject of change. I mean that
agent of change.
Agent,
But notice the language he was saying. Someone's leaking the information. No. That is the truth. That is the numbers. That is the numbers. That's not fake. That's not the fake numbers. That is the numbers. So
it's not private data.
Saying leaking it is how cooked. That we are. That we're having to say, oh, they're leaking the information. No. That is what it is.
Well, hey guys, look at friggin' Deep Throat back in Watergate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that guy. Look at what he did. Man, he risked everything and exposed like one of the biggest scandals in the history of politics. You know?
Yeah.
So
maybe we'll call that other broad Deep Throat.
Correct. And also they're on the state. Also they're from the government, from the state.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing. This person, like Snowboard said, was just taking data that should be public.
Yes,
or was public but like disorganized in a way that made it hard to read, you know? So this would be like them sending your bank statement and
that's
like
what I'm saying.
In like 30 different envelopes in code. You like what do I
Yeah, right.
So exactly.
David told me he knew the numbers, and I said, okay, I'm coming to Minnesota. Let's do this video. Line out some of the daycares you'd like to go see. Because I know about the fraud. I knew that the fraud was happening. I just needed somebody like David to come that's lived it to be able to really solidify my claims and my ideas about the fraud that's happening. And you saw the video. Everything we said was
guys, hey, in the chat, put yes or no. If this was a group of white people doing this fraud, do you guys think that that Nick Shirley he would be having so much trouble or pushback or backlash?
Nope.
If this was some Italians or Irish or Swedish people doing this, you know what I mean? Do you guys? If this was any European doing this, let's just say that there was like a huge Polish community or a huge Danish community. Do you guys honestly think that they would be trying to disprove him as much as they
Absolutely
are?
not.
Yeah.
Exactly. And let's just look at one other smaller level of it. He's a 23-year-old guy. I guarantee you, up till right now, he's got notoriety. Every 23-year-old woman or every woman his age is calling an incel, a pale simp, and he's actually making a change out there. We're not seeing any young women doing any of this stuff. It's men.
Sure.
He's doing actually a very masculine thing right now by confronting this.
Of course, soy boy destiny. You know, right? Gay. I'm gonna try and say Nick Shirley's lying. Watch.
Because like this guy's video was bullshit. His investigation was bad. His methodology was bad. He didn't.
The person who really blew the story up on social media and YouTube, Nick Shirley.
Yeah, this is not true as well. There were already prosecutions, huge ones done under Merrick Garland related to all.
And it wasn't enough. It barely dented any of this.
Like, investigate or find anything. And this is one of my reasons why freedom of speech is not like everybody being able to say whatever they want all the time. You know, like just give sunlight to bad ideas, and that's the best thing for it. It's like, well, sometimes you just waste people's time. It's not like a good,
like you're doing right now,
good environment where everybody says we're shit and you spend all this time debunking it and you don't even get to talk about the actual issue. That's like an anti-free speech environment because you're not even getting to have the good speech. It's not even there. People like this.
There's no such thing as good speech or bad speech. There's just free speech, you dunderhead.
Yeah, and it's up to you to determine it.
Here's the issue with morons like Destiny. Destiny, he wants to limit speech because he doesn't ever think that he'll be on the business end of this. He doesn't think that his speech can ever be deemed as hateful or wrong. He cannot imagine that one day the cops would come for him because he believes he's so right all the time that his viewpoints are always going to be on the right side of history. That just because if free speech, okay, if political speech or whatever, okay, think about what Dr. King and Malcolm X and them or they were saying back in the day. That pissed a lot of people off. under Destiny's rule, they would go to jail.
Yeah.
If Dr. King spoke in, if you were to take him back then and put him in the UK now, he'd be in jail.
Yep.
Think about it. Any type of like major political figure that you agree with or disagree with, people like Destiny would want them put in jail. Insane.
It's good that somebody in chat linked me that New York Times article so I could read more about the actual prosecution that was going on, because like this guy's video was bullshit. Like if I would come away from this probably thinking, I guess there is no fraud going on in Minnesota, or it's just fake being alleged by conservatives, because he didn't uncover anything. His investigation was bad. His methodology was bad. He didn't follow up on anything. He didn't research any of the places he was going to. He didn't look up any of the prior violations. He didn't think to contact anybody that actually worked in the DHS in Minnesota.
Prior violations.
Jerk off. He's
we live in a
he's doing all
world.
himself. He's in the process of that.
Yeah. They defend learning the Leering Center. Someone says, who even listens to Destiny? Someone says, you have to be joking. Someone says,
well, here's the thing. Just because Destiny is a cuckold and likes to eat cream pies doesn't mean he's gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just means we respect him less. Yeah.
He was just confused.
Yeah. Absolutely insane, guys.
Yeah, he is the
Absolutely
worst. He's
insane.
annoying.
Yeah,
but part of his brand, part of Destiny's whole brand is to automatically try to debunk things like this.
Yeah.
Like what he just did there is exactly what he'll do every time to basically every conservative.
We have some.
Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go.
Pretty bad news.
This soy milk drinking idiot has been trying to say he's wrong too. Watch.
For Nick Shirley. The Minnesota daycare fraud narrative has been debunked even more. He went to one of these daycares in Minnesota, knocked on the door, and then tried to claim there was no kids inside. However, surveillance footage from that same day that's time-stamped shows children being dropped off right before he went there. Take a look.
Right.
According to the timestamps in the videos, this woman takes a young child into the center at around 9 a.m. that day, about 3 hours before Shirley arrives at the door closer to the street. Within the hour after Shirley leaves, a woman arrives at the other door with a stroller. A larger family.
Oh yeah, well, there's one kid there.
Kid.
Yeah,
But they don't open till 2. They don't open till 2.
$3 million. What a joke.
$1 million per kid.
Yeah.
What a joke.
It's $1 million baby.
Now the Democrats are defending fraud. Look at that, guys. What a joke.
And all this still is actually has an influence of feminism, because they're going to say, oh, well, we need all these daycare centers because they're single moms. Everyone's working. They have to bring their kid to work. That's why we need like 85 daycare centers in a one block.
Yeah.
And guys, here's the thing. Once you get famous enough, there's an entire industry of people who make money off of hating on you, right? Pearly Things has it. Kevin Samuels has it. Andrew Wilson has it.
TR.
Yeah. There's an entire group of people who watch your every move and try and debunk it. You know what I'm saying? So all these guys are just trying to make money off of Nick Shirley's.
And notice they're more interested in discrediting him rather than just finding out what's actually true.
Yeah. Do your own investigation. Yeah.
True. And this is David explaining the fraud, right, Rob? This is in front of Minnesota. Go for it.
Massive fraud is going on here in the state of Minnesota, especially in Minneapolis. Explain to me what's going on with the daycares.
So one of the things that I've noticed is there's an exceptional number of child care centers that are set up mostly in Minneapolis, but also in St. Paul. And I said, wow, how many kids are there in the Twin Cities? Some of them are by my office, and I would watch, and I said, well, there aren't any kids there. And I'd go to another one, there aren't any kids there, and I'd see just some Somali guys outside smoking cigarettes. So I stopped at one of them, and I said, hey, I'm just wondering, I've got a grandson who's looking for childcare, and I wonder if this might be a good facility. And they said, no, we're all full. And they had the door open, and I looked, and there were no kids. There was like a couch and a table with a couple chairs, and I said, well, are the kids out back playing, or what kind of place is this? And The guy said, you go. And he almost pushed me out the door. And then he followed me down the street to my car. And that's when I said, wait a minute, there's something going on here. And that's got to be maybe 5 years ago. This fraud is so massive. When the dust settles on this, it's going to be found to be the largest fraud in the history of the country and probably the world. It's that big.
You can pause
the ones that
Is that true? The genetics is that's genetics right there. Is that mom?
Yes, it's my mom.
So now, good for you. You got great genes. You know, she's very comfortable doing this as well. Very cool. So the largest fraud in the world, in America.
Yeah, doing the interviewing. Yeah.
On what he's saying. I hope we get to the bottom of this.
That's what he just said.
So you and David get linked up, and then you just said, "Why don't we just go interview?" That's kind of how it started.
Yeah, I thought when we go, like you'll walk to these daycares, we'll talk to them. But the first daycare we go to, all the windows are blacked out, and I try to open the door and nobody answered. I ring the doorbell, nobody answered. And that daycare, they had 2 daycares running out of that same building, and they had two different contracts of more than $1 million for these daycares.
Dipping.
And
The double dip.
I was very shocked to see that. The response from the public after that was, oh, why is he going and knocking on these doors? Because millions of dollars are going there. We have a responsibility to know where our dollars are going.
That's true. Yep. Guys, once again, anywhere that the private business that gets public funding, right? You can go in the public areas and you can film and investigate because it's considered public. It's like a nonprofit.
Rights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you're a mechanic and you take funds to like fix public cars, whatever, then people can go in your like front office area and film stuff. They can't go in restricted areas, right?
Yeah.
But you are subject to all the same policies as like the state capitol or any of that stuff.
But it just went to show that the fraud is insane. And then the people are saying, well, that daycare is closed. Well, how come there's a sign that says it's open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.?
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
So the one that the CNN reporter claimed that you came after business hours, that you said you came at 11 to 5 o'clock, they have a sign that says they're open Monday through Sunday.
That one right there, the first part in the video.
Open 7 days a week. What is it? Zoom in a little bit, Rob?
I can't because it's a video, but it says open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
It says that right on the sign.
Right there.
They all
got it.
The phone number.
This is the Mako, what is it called? Mako Child Care Center?
Yeah.
Is that another misspelled Mako, or is that really the name?
I don't know, but what's funny about that is there's actually 2 childcare companies inside that same building, but they're not showing the second one. And so they have 2 childcare businesses operating that same
within
room.
the same place.
Yes.
And how much money are they getting?
This one together over the past few years, they have it right there. But
1.6
combined,
million?
they received over $5 million.
Stop it.
Just that one building
different
alone.
mothers.
And so what is the business model? Somebody just stays there all day, no kids, and they just take the cash?
Yeah, that's why all the windows are all boarded up, or why they're all blacked out.
Now, let me ask you, Nick, there was a video from 2019. Is it 2019, 2020? You know the video where parents would come, drop off the kids, and then take the kids out a minute later, not even drop them off, come in, register, then they leave. You know which video I'm talking about, Rob? Yep. And allegedly, they were getting paid. That's the one right there. What year is that video from?
It says 2015, March 31st of 2015.
This is from 15.
I love how they're trying to defend this like, well, Tim Walz already said that he knew that there was fraud. Like, that doesn't make this
even
any
worse.
better.
That's worse.
That doesn't make this any better. Okay. So he's not doing anything, or he's incompetent. Like what? He's ignorantly incompetent, or impotently incompetent. You know what I'm saying? Which one is it?
Yes.
That they've been doing this. So this is a surveillance. Maybe you can narrate to the audience what's going on here.
Yeah, so basically what they're doing inside these daycares, I don't doubt that there's 1 or 2 or a few children inside these daycares. It'd be very stupid to be receiving millions of dollars and not bring at least a few kids to daycare every day, right? But what they're doing here is they're bringing in
Is that a Rolls Royce?
children.
No, it's a Chrysler
And then
300. I
they're
think.
then just leaving after a few minutes of being inside the daycare. And I don't know if this is the same video where it shows the guy giving the cash to the ladies working.
Do you have the audio on there? So there is one that says they're showing that.
Oh, there it is.
Same case
He's handing the
shows a
cash.
man handing out envelopes of what are believed to be kickback payments to parents who are in on the fraud.
Where was the money going? I don't know exactly where it went, but
Order for the scheme to work, the daycare center.
You got to be kidding me. So I'll come in, I register my kids. You're able to write them off to make money off them. You send that to the Minnesota government. Hey, I have this many kids. Then they get paid. Then they come and give a kickback to the parents.
Yes.
So the problem with this is these parents are no longer going to get payments, and someone's going to call somebody out. And this has been happening for over a decade. It's not like this is a new thing that's happening.
Yeah.
How many whistleblowers have been emailing you, DMing you, texting you, getting a hold of you? How many more whistleblowers have gotten a hold of you and David?
Yes, so many people have been reaching out. It's been almost like overwhelming to go through all the messages. But the people of Minnesota are so fed up with this fraud because now finally somebody's actually getting it out to the national level, because local journalists have been talking about it for years, but they've never been able to get it out to a national level like I was able to do. And so just the millions of dollars. And if you talk about why they're just giving them cash, it's because the money they receive is tax exempt, CCAP funding.
Mm-hmm.
And then these women that are working inside these daycares, they're not, my assumption is that they're not actually on payroll. And that's why 81% of the Somali population is on welfare inside the state of Minnesota.
Whoa, did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Parasites. Wow.
Wow.
And also, one thing I also been looking out for, I've been closely trying to follow the View, or whatever you want to call it, and Jimmy Kimmel, because as much as they like doing political commentary on the Orange Man and fraud and Doge and everything along those lines, not once have they said there has been one punchline, one panel, or one discussion on what's been going on in Minnesota. Not one. Maybe that'll change next week, but the View, Jay Leno, as much as they like to crack on the things that I just mentioned, they've been radio silent on this.
Yep,
no Sunny
surprise.
hosting. None of that.
It's because they don't actually receive a W-2 or 1099, whatever it would be, to claim that they're actually receiving an income. Because if you're running a daycare of $1 million, you should be able to pay your person a salary of at least $50,000. You know what I mean?
But none of that is documented.
No, not that I know of. Because it doesn't make sense why there's so many people on welfare if they're making millions of dollars.
If you have any questions and you want to support the work, because you have to realize, Nick, you're not part of CBS.
Yeah.
No. You're not ABC.
Nope.
You're not CNN. You're not Fox.
No,
you're not-
guys, this election
Why is it effective?
shown, because once again, David Pakman and all these goofs on the left, they were all begging for money after the election because they were so monumentally wrong. They thought Knucklehead Harris was going to run roughshod. Guys, put a 1 if you go back and watch the compilation of like CNN and MSNBC, Destiny, Pakman, their election night streams. Oh, guys. Oh, man. Guys, there's the hub, and then there's that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, dude. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
If
Guys.
Anna Kasparian cries, it gets
So good, dude. Guys. Seriously. They were so wrong that people abandoned left-wing media as a whole. As a whole, guys. All the left-wing YouTubers got cooked, all this. And now, guys, I honestly think that terrestrial news is cooked, meaning like news stations is cooked. Because people like this guy, people like us, Andrew Wilson, we're the only ones that are actually saying, like, look at a lot of people. I drive around, I see a lot of Orange Man signs. You know what I'm saying? I look on the internet, I see interviews, I see people that I would never think would vote for Orange Man talking about how they're going to vote for Orange Man. It's a little off here. And they're like, no, knucklehead Harris, rah. You know?
Part of anybody. You're an independent journalist. A guy asks you a question, who do you work for? Myself. Yeah, who pays you? Myself. You make money off YouTube, don't you?
Who does he work for? What gives you the right? What makes you journalist, the Constitution of the United States. How about that?
Yeah, that's how I make my money. I make my money off my YouTube channel. This is what I've been doing for many years. But if some of you guys are watching this and you want to support him, either go buy the sweater that he has here, or number 2, connect him if you have any other questions or things that you're working on. If you want to be in contact with him, you have other information that's coming in. Imagine.
Now, guys, here you go. Let's look at some of the local news stories, and they're freaking out about this funding getting frozen.
And just one other thing that shows like the scale of this. If you cheat on your taxes and stuff, they'll come in Waco, Texas, your house.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're just stealing like you can't even believe at every other level.
Yeah. Here you go.
Daycares at the center of multi-million-dollar fraud allegations were operating, quote, as expected. It's the first time we're hearing about what they found in a review of claims made by conservative YouTuber Nick Shirley. Those claims led to a federal funding freeze that impacts 12,000 families in Minnesota.
Good.
The state says of the 10 centers Shirley visited, kids were present at 8. One wasn't open yet.
Yeah,
and
right.
another closed in 2022. The ones that were open were, quote, operating as expected. 4 are still under investigation, but they say there's a total of 55 investigations tied to federal child care assistance program
what kind of
funding.
picture is that?
The Department of Children, Youth, and Families also warned about sharing, quote, unvetted or deceptive claims, saying it can, quote, interfere with investigations, create safety risks for families, providers.
So this is basically saying if you question our status quo, you're a racist, right? Please.
Yeah.
Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. You know.
So in other words, see something, don't say nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And has contributed to harmful discourse about Minnesota's immigrant communities.
Someone
The
says
allegations led to a federal funding freeze that providers say is leaving families.
Wait, and did you guys hear about the one place that was like, oh, we were going to show you guys our books, but someone broke in and stole them. Please.
You've been here. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Come on.
Is backed into a corner.
God.
All ages depend on us. And so if this system freezes or collapses, it affects so many people. You're talking about the safety and well-being of children.
Connor White shows us the mass confusion about what's going to happen and when as the threat of a federal funding freeze looms.
The School Readiness Learning Academy in North Minneapolis is closed on Friday in celebration of the start of the new year. The kids will be back on Monday, but director Monique Stuman doesn't know how long that will last.
I'm concerned that children will be left home alone. I'm concerned about the school agers that come in here every day after school because their parents have to work.
Stuman's center has been licensed since 2009, and no one is accusing her of fraud. But she may have to close down after the Trump administration pledged to freeze federal funding.
Good.
That move coming in response to a
It's like there was a time in America where they didn't need daycare centers.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder
It's
what
almost like
changed
parents were responsible.
Yeah,
before.
wow.
They just invented some Somali pirate place
Yeah.
for your kid.
Yeah, guys, here you go. Hold on.
And while you're looking at it, AJ, just out of curiosity, because of the timing, when you were on the road, it's kind of suspicious that you were on the road right around the time someone broke in and sold those records.
Yo, I be snitching.
Yeah.
I be on the 6 o'clock news. I be like, hey, you early, hit me up, buddy.
No. They were digital files. They weren't stolen. They were pirated.
Oh.
Administration is starting the new year with a nationwide freeze on federal funding for childcare. This comes after a conservative YouTuber's viral post about fraud investigations in Minnesota. So what does that mean for us here in New Mexico?
That's a huge bish.
Look at that, dude. Look at that.
That's a huge bitch.
But also notice how they call him a conservative. It doesn't matter what party he is. He's pointing out fraud. It doesn't matter if he's conservative, liberal, whatever. But they do that to pre-discredit him. Because
it sure does matter.
Conservative is a dirty word for these people.
Of early childhood advocates. Alika, what do they have to tell you?
Well, as of right now, the state is not seeing details about the funding freeze, but advocates say New Mexico's early childhood education and care department could act as a buffer against major impacts.
New Mexico is ranked in the top 10 for early childhood in the country. We have worked very hard.
But keeping that status doesn't go without a hitch. The Trump administration is freezing child care funding for all until states provide more verification about child care programs.
We have not seen anything. We did have talks with the Secretary Krasinski, and she said as of yesterday, she had not received any communication from HHS at the federal level.
Barbara Tedrow with the New Mexico Early Childhood Association says even if they do see the freeze, they're not expecting a big impact.
We have our own secretary. And so being one of the few states that has its own department level secretary, we have a very robust system of checks and balances in the state of New Mexico that other states don't have. I feel very confident that the secretary and her team are going to be able to.
What she means is that when the feds ask for receipts, there's a good likelihood that they can give it to them.
She'll provide them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
March right in and say, what do you need? And be able to show them that New Mexico is a leader in early childhood.
Tedros says the state's other revenues, like the Early Childhood Trust Fund and the Land Grant Permanent Fund, provide a sort of safety net.
We are not going to let childcare lapse in the state of New Mexico.
There you go.
But also,
a viral video out of
there she is again.
Oh,
How
nice.
you doing?
Lovely.
How you doing? Check her out, man. Hold on. There.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
Check her out. What were you saying?
Nice. If there wasn't so many single moms bringing their kids to daycare, there would be a lot less of this happening. They should be taking care. They should have neighborhood daycare and all the things that they had before, where they don't need to rely on this so much of the state. Like, would you want to bring your kid to a state daycare?
Yeah, right.
It's I would. That'd be like the last thing I'd want to do. You know what I mean? But it's viewed as normal right now. It's not. It's part of the nuclear family collapse. Is why they have all this garbage.
Yeah, and these daycares, you know, you pay all this money, and then they have a bunch of minimum wage or illegals working there. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. How many times have we seen fight clubs and making little kids fight?
Yeah.
Or they're beating
clubs.
kids up.
Yeah.
Or giving them freaking drugs.
Oxy and
all day. Or there's drugs in the floor and the kids get a hold of it.
Exactly. That's what I'm
saying?
saying. All this stuff didn't exist before because why? You bring it to your neighbor down the street.
Yeah.
And you kind of knew about her and stuff. And, you know, your kid could even maybe walk home.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff.
Well, in the words of Snowboard, you know, they're building up the next generation of Marby Red customers.
Yeah.
Minnesota sparking claims of fraud inside some daycare programs. Thank you for joining us tonight at 5. I'm Brooke Buckner.
And I'm Faith Woodard. Those claims now resulting in President Trump calling to freeze certain child care funds across all 50 states. That pause being felt here in Arkansas.
THV 11's Tanya Motorzitsky hears from a home daycare owner on the worries she has.
At Lolly and Pop's Daycare in Little Rock, every dollar counts to help keep doors open, including what owner Tabitha Christopher receives from the federal government.
Lights, water, gas, food, education, supplies.
But with federal government freezing funds after fraud allegations in another state, Christopher says it may force people to make tough decisions.
It's going to hurt more than just the daycares. It's going to hurt families making decisions on should they still work or stay at home and take care of their kids.
She adds she's still feeling the effects from the federal cuts in the fall when pandemic funds expired, which was a big cushion many daycares used to support staff, pay, and subsidies.
Even with just the cuts that they made, it's hurting people with the co-pays that the families are having to make. A lot of people pulled their kids from the daycares because they weren't able to afford the co-pays.
These two cuts come on top of not getting funds during the government shutdown. Money, she says, is slowly being sent out.
Just started receiving the funds.
Other daycares we spoke with say they've had to fire staff because of funding cuts and worry more layoffs may happen with this freeze if it goes on for too long. As for Christopher, she's hoping to keep her doors open for the passion she has.
I love what I do. I have passion for when taking care of people loved ones.
Cooked. Hold on. There's a couple more of these.
The Trump administration is
small state ones. Hold on. Arkansas. Let's see. Minneapolis, New Mexico, North Carolina.
Administration is freezing federal payments for child care services nationwide. This comes after a fraud investigation started in Minnesota.
But in North Carolina, some lawmakers say this could be make or break for many families. Tina Harley explains what lawmakers can do now.
I'm really worried about it. We were already in a funding crisis for childcare in North Carolina for a couple of reasons, including the lack of a state budget. And so this is the thing that could actually tip it into failure.
I thought that was Pete Buttcheek.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Second, right?
State budget. And so this is the thing that could actually tip it into failure.
A worsening crisis in North Carolina as child care programs are already underfunded and hard to get into. And now the federal government is freezing funding for states as they investigate child care financial fraud out of Minnesota.
Anyone who is defrauding these systems, we should be prosecuting them and we should be seeking serious penalties for them. The thing is, you don't have to harm working families in this way to do that.
Democratic Representative Phil Rubin says without this critical funding, child care centers across the state will be forced to close. He's worried that'll mean working parents won't be able to do their own jobs.
I think anybody who has had either, is a single parent or has had two working parents or has that sort of situation can tell you when childcare is closed, it makes it impossible for you to do your job.
And so he wants the General Assembly to act now. Rubin co-sponsored a bill he says would be a long-term fix for the crisis by creating a child care financing agency. But he says it can't wait, and so there are steps lawmakers can take to immediately help.
There's a few very concrete steps we could take right now. There's a couple bills out there to stabilize the system with immediate funding. Like I said, we could take over the payments to the providers, and then we would fight with the federal government for reimbursement.
A report from the Department of Commerce
By the
and
way,
NC Child
guys,
highlights
this
the
is the
impacts of
type of
parents in
guy
the work.
who's saying all these terms. He's like the type who's getting kickbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not a ton of money, but all this is just garbage that he's talking about. It's not real solutions at all. It's
Yeah, he's saying that, and the programs suck already. So they made a program. They can't afford it. They can't run it properly.
Yeah.
Well, it might collapse tomorrow.
Workforce. Their data says getting parents back into the workforce could bring $13.3 billion extra dollars in annual economic input in the state and create nearly 70,000 new jobs statewide. Representative Rubin says it's money the state's losing if they don't act now.
If childcare centers go under because of this, even if we win a lawsuit later, even if it gets reversed in 2 months, like this stuff always does when they do these illegal things, those businesses will be gone.
It's true, guys. Hold on. I think we have Kentucky's next, right? Hold on.
Oh my God. This is like every state almost.
Yeah, because it's a federal freeze. So they're all cooked.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
What a shame.
Administration said it's freezing.
Too.
Yeah. Kids, the elderly. All that
it's
stuff.
disgusting.
Yep.
Child care funding. This move has some daycares worried about how it could impact local families who depend on those funds. Jamie Mays is looking into the impact tonight. And Jamie, this could hit families across the Commonwealth.
Jennifer, child care centers nationwide would be impacted, including those in Kentucky and Indiana. I spoke to one business in Louisville that says all of the children they care for would be affected. Vermillion Shelton, the owner and director of Kitty College of Louisville on West Broadway, says she's concerned after the Trump administration said it's freezing child care funds to all states.
This affects a child from learning. Trying to get everybody kindergarten ready is very important.
The move comes after a YouTuber claimed to have uncovered fraud schemes at Minnesota daycare centers run by Somali immigrants. Shelton says the federal funding they receive provides meals, childcare assistance, and helps with salaries for employees. So this could have a domino effect on her workers, children, and parents who see her center as a safe space for kids.
The parents, they feel more relieved that their children are in a place that they enjoy.
Cooked.
And so that helps them to go to work feeling that their children are safe.
The Trump administration is demanding states provide verification about their child care programs before freeing up funding. Representative Morgan McGarvey says Kentucky already monitors for fraud.
We want to root out any fraud that is there. But there have been no allegations of widespread fraud in Kentucky. There are only allegations of something in Minnesota.
And he says freezing the funding would affect 34,000 children in Kentucky.
My fear is what they're doing is going to have a real impact here on Kentucky kids. It's going to have an impact on every parent who already struggles to say, you know what, should I send my kid to childcare? Should I?
Here, get your state patrol,
It's garbage, yeah,
and your Kentucky Bureau of Investigation, and drive to Minnesota and get all those Somalis out of there. You won't have a problem.
Another thing too, they could just look around. If there's no fraud, then there's no problem. But there's gonna be fraud. So should be a blessing to go address it.
Exactly.
They don't want to address it because they're getting kickbacks and
stuff. If he was smart, guys, he would make this a major part of his content from now on. He literally, look, obviously the need for this is something that we've all known. This big elephant in the room, and he just pulled the curtain back, right? And he can lead the charge. He can go from state to state to state, program to program, and put this out there. But guys, Carlos X found a really old body cam video that I was talking about the other day. So guys, anyone have anything else?
Yeah, and so now you see why they were so. Now you see why they had their panties in such a bunch over Doge, and why they fought so hard to try to shut it down, because they don't want this exposed. And so why there isn't a Doge on a federal, state, and city level. There should be a Doge on every city, every country, every state.
Yeah,
that's why they fought so hard against it. They don't want us to know this. They don't want that. They don't want an accounting, because with the whole with the USID thing, where they did something as simple as, send us a receipt, and they released the funds, and no one released a receipt. And up until then, they were drawing out millions a month on this one account. And once they said send us a receipt, nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a friend. We actually made a small lawsuit against our local government over something similar to this. And the lack of them not wanting to look or do anything is astounding. So I'm not surprised about this at all, because once you have a gravy train going, if you disrupt that, it's a really big deal, and it's that's basically kind of all I'll say about it. But this is reflected in all levels of government, and generally the lower levels of government, that they don't want. They might know a little bit about this going on, but they ain't gonna look.
Yeah.
If it
looks small to them.
Yeah. They are not going to do anything that will rock the boat. Why? They want to keep their pension. Why? They have to do less work. Why? They're on the take a little bit. They're not on the take directly, but they're on the take by not shaking the boat.
There are politicians who literally are on the take. Like they make these decisions. If the good federal workers do their job and send the reports upward, and then the person who's on the take goes, do. Guys, remember,
puts it in the trash.
Yeah, think about how much damage one bad doctor can do in a hospital.
Yeah.
One doctor out of 5 doesn't. And then if the administrator is not doing anything, how many people can get hurt? So, all right, guys, let's do this here, right? Because this one's
thanks, guys. I'm gonna dip.
All right, buddy.
Man.
Hey, AJ, can I just make a point before you play because I missed out on the stuff. I've been following the story.
Yeah.
And it was guys, to me, there's so much of the stuff that with all of these Karens that seem to be working in the inner government with all this stuff, and it's this suicidal empathy that all of our institutions across the West that seem to have these women that work in there. They just think that these people are just innocent little lambs. They're just trying to make it. They're trying to do a business. And they're just all being scammed. through their suicidal empathy. And this is a big problem with all of our countries. It's a problem in Europe. It's a problem in North America. And we just, honestly, guys, like we just need to boot these people out. They just need to be booted out of our nations.
It comes from a good place. They have a good intention. They do want to help, but they're not looking deeper into it.
No, the road to hell was paved in good intention.
What is it? Suicidal empathy?
Suicidal empathy,
Don't say that, please.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Stockholm syndrome. Oh!
So I forgot you can say, that word.
Yeah, you're all good.
Yeah. We can't address a real problem, Anonymous. YouTube doesn't like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We'll have a real conversation. No.
There we go, guys.
On June 26, 2022, officers responded to a disturbance at an airport where a woman was yelling racial slurs at passengers.
Of course she was.
Here's what happened when the police arrived.
She's saying something to everybody. Let's go ahead and stop her. I'm going to guess B-Dub.
Stop. We're going out.
No, we're not.
You're not going to get rebooked. You're causing a disruption. Stop.
No, I'm not. No,
Ma'am.
I'm not. No, I'm
You're
not.
going to go out the doors.
No, I'm not.
You are. We've gotten numerous
Because
calls.
I'm
People have
walking
flagged
through
us.
and saying I'm white. Because I'm walking through
Nice.
Look at
I'm a
He's
white
drunk on
person.
Southern
How much have
Comfort
you-
or something like that, too. For
On
sure.
Southern Comfort, yeah.
I'm walking through saying I'm white.
How much have you had to drink today?
A ton.
I'm walking through saying I'm white.
You're causing a disruption.
I can't say I'm white.
You're
What-
causing
what-
a disruption,
what disruption?
and they're not going to fly you.
What disruption am I causing?
You have
I'm
multiple
walking
people
through.
flagging us down.
What disruption? I'm white.
Okay.
What
Let
if
me see your
I'm
boarding pass.
black?
Let me see your boarding pass.
No.
Did you fly in or are you
What,
flying out?
what if I was black?
I don't
what
care
what if I was black?
race you are. I have no
Well,
care
what if
whatsoever.
what if I was black?
Guys,
All I'm walking through is
every white chick has this in them.
Yep.
They are woke and all about BLM until they get about 8 or 9 glasses of wine, 7, 8 shots of tequila, and then it all comes out.
She is an upper middle class
walk
white
through.
woman who drives either a Chevy Tahoe or Land Rover, wear those glasses, and she takes pills, like, prescription pills. She's on a couple Xanny bars for the flight and had a few Southern Comforts, and now she's just letting the real white out.
Dropping N-bombs everywhere.
Yeah, she'll say the hard R in the ladies' room.
Yep.
She loves it.
as a U.S. citizen and say I'm white.
How much have you had to drink?
Does it matter?
Because you're showing signs of intoxication.
No.
People don't act like this.
No. Why can I not walk through and be an American citizen and say I'm white?
You're causing people alarm, concern.
Oh.
You're causing people to move out of your way.
Oh, really? Because I'm walking through and saying I'm white? Because I'm saying I'm white? I have a privilege as a U.S. constitutional person to say I'm white.
Okay, but you don't have a right to be intoxicated, and I can smell it on your breath.
Well, I'm white.
How much have you had to drink?
Does it matter?
Because you're showing signs of intoxication.
No.
People don't act like this.
No. Why can I not walk through and be an American citizen and say I'm white?
You're causing people alarm, concern.
Oh.
You're causing people to move out of your way.
Oh, really? Because I'm walking through and saying I'm white? Because I'm saying I'm white?
Yeah.
I have a privilege as a U.S. constitutional person to say I'm white.
Okay, but you don't have a right to be intoxicated, and I can smell it on your breath.
Well, I'm white. I'm white. Are you going to arrest me because I'm white?
No, you're going to arrest you because you're a drunk 304.
Yeah.
That's
Guys,
why.
we covered this one.
I don't think I've seen this before.
Years ago. No, we covered
haven't
this one
seen
a
it
long
personally.
time ago. And thank you, Carlos X, for finding Just want to get.
I don't know what you're getting
arrest me
at.
because I'm white?
I've never said anything about that, so
It gets worse.
I don't know what your point is.
Okay, well, what is your
Where's your ID? That's my point.
I don't have to show you my ID. I'm in a
You're not going to show me your ID?
I don't have to
Are you going to give him your ID? Yes, you do. Show him your ID.
In the airport.
I'm investigating public intox.
Are you done?
I'm done. I think we're good.
Excuse me.
Hey, looks like that arrest was white on time.
It's got a North Face jacket on too. I love it.
Say again?
I just got a North Face jacket on too. I love it.
That's what a white woman would wear.
Yeah, yeah. She's got the full uniform.
Are you kidding me?
Absolutely not.
Let go.
This is America.
It is. We're a nation of laws.
Ready? I'll grab her. Let's go ahead and get her out.
Daughter, get an
Don't tense
abortion.
up.
You need me to.
What?
That one's too loose. Which one is too loose?
Wow.
Stop tensing up.
Stop it.
All I did was say, are you white? All I said was, are you white? All I said was, are you white?
Can you go all the way down with it?
No, this is here we are.
Is that better?
Are you white? Are you white?
Let's go.
Are you white?
Let's go.
Your business.
Good job. Stop. Stop it. Stop with it.
Let's go through here. Excuse us. Walk. Stand up.
Wow. Wow. Are you white? Are you white? Are you white?
What is?
Are you white?
I'm so confused.
Everyone's white here. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine getting perp walked through the airport like Liz Thunderhead?
Looks like the only. Yeah.
Shame. Shame.
The only black guy is like the oh, I thought he was black. No.
Someone if you're white. Wow. Are you white? This is what asking someone if you're white. If you're white, all I said was, are you white? You because you're not. Wow. Are you white? Don't ask someone if you're white.
While being taken to the police car, the woman kicked one of the officers and fell to the ground.
Don't ask someone if you're white. Don't ask someone if you're white. If you're white.
She is like,
guys, she's still going.
And her false teeth fell out.
Oh my god.
Did she kick you?
Yeah.
If you're white.
Maybe she's so drunk she whited out.
I love seeing a boomer take a tumble.
Can you imagine her at the bar?
Yeah.
I said a white Russian, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Not a black Russian.
I'm not gonna bite anyone. If you're white. If you're white.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you white?
She has white stuff on her nose.
Are you white? All I ask
She has white stuff on her nose. Put them out there.
A couple of zanny bars up the nose.
Couple of nose clamps.
Yeah.
Are you white?
Don't move. Put your feet out straight now. Put your feet out straight. Don't move.
Shut the
You kicked me once. We're done.
Are you white? Are you
This is crazy, dude.
Yes. Are you white?
Is she gonna stand up and do a zig heil?
You go.
Like, what is this?
This is alcohol, Zoloft, and menopause.
Yeah.
Are you white? Are you white? Are you white? Someone asked, are you white? So anything up asked, are you white? Are you white? Are you white?
You, go.
Are you white? Are you white? Are you white? Are you white? That's all I've asked. Are you white? So anything I fucking ask. Are you white?
What is going
They're
on?
children, man.
Are you white? Is the only thing I asked. Are you white? Is the only thing I asked. Are you white? You people don't know who the I am or who I know. Are you?
Yeah, I know you are. You're white.
Oh man.
Are you white? Are you white? Are you white? It's the only question I asked. Are you white? Are you white? Are you white? Oh, I can't wait because I know so many people. Are you white? Are you? Excuse me. Are you white? Are you white?
Oh, Ponytail Patrol is going to really show her.
Are you white? Are you white? Oh my goodness gracious! I think that's Mexican. Are you white?
800.
What a mess.
Crazy.
To go on Tucker Carlson.
You're going to be charged. Lift your head up. Lift your head up. Lift your head up.
Wow, what is this country come to that you will not allow someone to say, "Are you white?" Get this off my face, please. I am a citizen. Get it off my face. If not, I will sue every one of you. I am so sorry that I am a beautiful white person and sad.
What is she going on about?
OMG! OMG!
Oh my God,
what are you
man.
doing
What
about
a boomer, man.
black assholes who are talking around? Oh, I said black. Oh God, I said black. Oh my God, I said black. I said black. 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 Oh my God, I said black. I said the word black. Oh my God, I said black. I said the word black. I said the word black. You're beating the shit out of me. Black. Black. This is because I'm not black.
It's the
Hey,
whitest
lady,
guy ever
I'm
holding
not
her down,
black.
too.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not black. No, I'm not black. I'm not black.
Jesus Christ, man.
This
is the
crazy.
insanity of these women. And this is the HOA Karen, too, probably.
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
My grandfather is a black person. My grandfather is
Well, he can't see colour then.
My grandfather is black. I'm black.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Oh, my God.
Can we please get like a black officer come in? Like, this would be great.
And she won't stop screaming about the same thing. She's not like that.
Soon after, medics attempted to assess the woman's condition.
All I said was, I'm not a white person. I am a white person. But my grandfather is John Anderson.
Okay.
He's just, all these people.
Here, look at your eyes.
Wow. Where is
Look at my face.
They're fine. They're fine. My eyes are fine. My eyes are fine.
Okay. But you didn't take anything? You didn't do anything?
No, I did not.
Okay. You know where you're at right now?
Yes, I'm at the Dallas Fort Worth Airport.
There it is, guys. DFW.
You're right.
One of the craziest airports there are.
Yeah.
You know? It's where all the knuckleheads, dunderheads, B-dubs, and idiots from the West Coast, from Northwest, Atlanta, Miami, you know, all
yeah, it's a focal point, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like everyone
Yep.
just, oh man.
Yep.
Okay. What day of the week it is?
What?
What day of the week is it?
It is Saturday. Oh, Miss Warren. Do you have another question for me?
Sure, what's going on?
What is going on? Look around.
I just want to know what happened leading up to this.
I was walking through the airport. Okay. I was walking through the airport. Sorry. I was walking through the airport. And you know what I said? You know what I said? You know what I said?
What'd you say? Hey, don't kick me. Don't kick me.
I'm not. I'm not going to kick you. I'm not going to kick you. I swear to God, I will not let you kick.
All right.
Do you know why? What I said?
No, what'd you say?
I said
We're good.
you don't have to wear your mask.
Okay.
I live in Mississippi.
Just give me
Oh, of course you do.
I'm a
It's right
Republican.
there.
I'm a Republican.
Okay.
I'm not.
That's supposed to make them feel better.
Yeah, man, you give Republicans a bad name, man.
Yeah.
That's one. Whoops. What happened? Oops.
On March 1st.
Shit. Sorry, guys.
On June 26th.
That's fine. We're here. To do an IV, is that okay? Yeah. Here's another shirt on.
They need to streamline some Southern comfort right in us.
Yeah.
I'll attach that cup to this side. You want to cup that on? Yeah. Well, I checked her bags. I couldn't find anything. We dug through everything.
I don't have anything in my bags. I have nothing.
She just got a copy of Mein Kampf in there.
Guys, look. Look. Whoops. Sorry. Damn it. Here. Sorry, guys. I had to bring this up again.
Man.
But here, guys, look at this. Really fast.
Where did you find that? The black guy looks so shocked in that photo. Like he looks. Like someone caught him off guard.
There's another one. Hold on.
I'm surprised it hasn't been a meme before.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where is it? There's another one of these. Hold on. Oops.
Cioè, è difficilissimo, ragazzi, essere una madre sola, è difficilissimo.
Oh my goodness.
Well. well.
Oh my god.
Brazil.
Oh.
That's what. Living in her car, still standing, still a mom. Living in my car.
Oh my god! And she drives a Subaru.
Well.
Hold on, there's another one. Dude. Oh, guys, watch.
Wanna play?
Come on, where's the sound? Because I gotta mute.
Oh yeah.
There you go. What?
Oh my god.
Alright, sing it for me at the middle school team. Ready?
Well.
Oh my god. Man.
Well.
Dude, you've got to do another video of like girls living out of their cars.
Oh yeah, I have one of those coming here.
Funniest
soon, so.
damn shit ever.
Yeah.
So good.
But, all right, you guys, I'm gonna shut this thing down. Guys, I'll be live tomorrow at 4:30, And guys, guys, make sure you are subscribed. I am still trying to hit 30K, guys.
What's
Hopefully
the topic?
we can do it. All these nurses are all whining and quitting. And then guys, so remind me, Wednesdays live, we're gonna talk about the complete collapse of the public school system. There are all these teachers basically saying that all the kids in
out of
class
control.
have straight Tylenol.
Oh, they're just all retarded.
Oh yeah.
Seriously. No, it's true.
Yeah, they
It's
can't
true.
even.
I've heard that firsthand from some real people who are teachers. They said that
they can't even grasp basic concepts.
Yeah, they can't even like tie their shoes and do like they can like barely feed themselves.
Yeah. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.